All right. Okay. We're back. We're actually fine. That's a little annoying. The fucking the YouTube stream got reset. So let me send out the new links really quick. 1 second Pecorino. 1 pico second Areno. Thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. Honestly, we haven't seen a stream crash in like a pretty long time, so I'll take it. You know, it's been a while, to be totally honest. Like, I feel like I've had pretty good luck when it comes to the stream crashes. It's been a few streams, so we should be so back. We're on a new stream on YouTube, which stinks, but it's what you gotta do in those situations. We are so back. Thank you for your patience. We are so back. We're back. We're gonna make some money. We're gonna make some money today as a newer player, quote unquote, in PokeMMO. I probably should have jumped into it into a quick sec. Repeat my question. Oh, I'm excited. This is a good question. Mist. Will you be leveling to 100 or also move setting them? I'm going to be EV training, leveling to 100, not move setting. Smeargles, I might move set. We'll see. Usually it's not worth to move set a Pokemon if you're like XP training and EV training it for profit, because it's kind of expensive to like move set things. You want to leave that up to the buyer. You just cut into your profits too much. If you're buying like 4 TMs, it ends up being like 120k, obviously depending on the TMs. But with Smeargle, it actually might be worth it depending on what people are willing to buy. A lot of times buyers, and I'm the buyers in all those situations, they don't mind putting on the moves. They don't even think about that. They'll just plop the moves on. They just want the right Pokemon that fits the need they want, right? So that's a good question. What was it, Steam? Yeah. His internet bill? No, we're back. Internet bill is paid. We are good. Okay, let me get that moved over. Everything from Mount Silver? Yes, you do. Yes, you need national dex caught OT, not just owned OT. Okay, let me see. What was it? Shiny 1.25 mil. That's kind of cheap, no? I'm probably way too late on this. Actually, no, this one's double 31. Is it just water C? It is just water C. Someone bought it. Someone bought it. I was like, that's arguably a flip. What do you sell it for now, though? Like 1.8? Does the 31 actually not matter here? You sell it for like 1.5, 1.8. Buy it for 1.2. Make like a couple 100k profit on it. I'm not sure. That's is normal, I think. Yeah, I don't see a crazy margin on that, so I'm not gonna touch it. But if someone with a bunch of capital wants to buy that and sell it for like 1.6, I mean, I get it. It's nice that it had nature. We have to like turn it on the breeder or whatever. Okay. Okay. How things been? They've been okay, Cosmo. I'm excited for event season to be over. Things have been kind of still a stressful transition, I'll be honest, from like event season to non-event season, but we're in that bumpy road, I guess. But we're doing okay. Just a lot of like life transitions, right? Going from working like a shit ton to trying to work less, which I'm doing pretty well. I'm saying, like, I was telling someone asked me recently in DMs, but my life's been pretty good recently. It's more so like things are just really up and down. Like my highs have been really high recently. I've had some really amazing streams, really good times, really good dinners with the wife. Valentine's Day was fantastic, but then like some really rough days where I'm just really irritable. People are grumpy, like things seem bleak, like just really fucking high highs and low lows right now for sure. So we're just pushing through, trying to appreciate the highs, you know. So much fairly quickly that price because I really don't want it. Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. Okay, let's go ahead and do. I mean, it's just life. In life, I appreciate it, Jared. I'm not trying to. In life, to some extent, you're just always gonna have negatives. You can't not have negatives in life. Then you want to appreciate the positive. So, I think it's one of those things. Think about it in life, like for every high you have to have an equal low. Like it has to even out essentially to some extent. Usually, it's like shiny hunting, you know? Life is like shiny hunting. If you go 1,000 encounters wet, odds are you're gonna go dry at some point. Yeah, roller coaster indeed. Yeah, exactly. Gotta just buckle up. Try to be a little more. I gotta be a little more flexible with it. That's the one thing for sure. I'm a little too rigid. I'm a little too like, has to go this way. I gotta get all this done, you know. Be okay with stuff not getting done. Anyways, we're gonna break off into this video, which I'm really excited. I really feel like this method could be super good. I'm really excited to test this. I really genuinely feel like this could be one of the best new player money making methods right now. Okay. I'm gonna get this set up. It'll just be like this. Sure, that's fine. Okay. And we'll hide it for now. You guys get to see like the behind the scenes like setup for a video like this. Okay. Oh well, to Pokemon get another account. Put it. I'm Pokedex for the rain. Because I'm trying to get the Pokedex. Yeah, that's Pokedex is such a fucking honorable and good goal, dude. It's such a good thing in PokeMMO. Good luck to you, man. I love that completing the Pokedex in PokeMMO is actually good, actually valuable for a ton of reasons. Okay. Are you ready, chat? Are we gonna okay. Should I do no music for this? Maybe no music. Okay. Maybe no music. That can be a little overwhelming. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I'm really excited to test what is, I don't know for sure, I'm hypothesizing, I think might be one of the best newer player money-making methods right now. We all know about trainer reruns, or if you don't, check out trainer reruns. I think things like trainer reruns, ditto farming, fossil farming are all fantastic new player Pokeyen money-making methods that can make anywhere from around 200 to 250,000 Pokeyen per hour. Now, I want to today test EV training and XP training Pokemon for profit. One of my favorite money-making methods in all of PokeMMO is what I call mediocre comp creating, which is usually buying really cheap Pokemon off the GTL, EV training them, XP training them, and then selling them level 50, making a nice profit. I'm going to be going more PVM focused today and show you guys what Pokemon are generally good to level for profit and what's good to train for profit. The beauty is, any person, it's really just putting in the legwork. Like XP training and EV training is a little bit of game knowledge to understand the locations, but I also have guides on that. Other people have amazing guides and videos on XP spots and EV training locations. So there's information is out there, and it's all about just being able to put in the time and the effort to actually train, right? I'm going to be rolling a D4 today on stream because I'm not doing Unova. The only region I'm refusing to do is Unova because number one, it's the easiest region to do this in. So if you're in Unova, I mean, go do that if you want to make peak Pokeyen. Number two, I don't want a shiny Rapidash. The best XP training spot in Unova, if you're not using Lepa Berries, is generally Rapidash, and I really don't want a shiny Rapidash. Same with like speed EV training over there. So I'm not doing Unova to avoid shiny Rapidash personally because it's a cursed Pokemon for me. It has a whole backstory. Don't ask me about it. Anyways, let's just go ahead. I'm going to roll the D4, and it's in chronological order. So 1 is Kanto, 2 is Johto, 3 is Hoenn, etc., etc. I'm going to roll it. This is the region that I will be EV trading, SP trading in today. So Hoenn is the region today, boys. Hoenn is the region today. I will be doing my EV trading and SP trading in. So if you're someone who is stuck in Hoenn, or you only have Hoenn done, or you have Hoenn done plus a few other regions, and you want to do this in Hoenn, Hoenn's actually one of the best, arguably the second best region to do this in, because the XP trading spot is really, really good. And that's where you'll spend more time, is doing the XP training versus the EV training. And they have the Tentacruel spot over at Battle Frontier. I might get a shiny Tentacruel today. I'm pretty dry, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to first things first, head over to Hoenn and then look for some Pokemon to buy up to start training. Woof. Shiny Tenta. I mean, I wouldn't be fucking super opposed. L Hoenn. I don't have a shiny Tenta yet. You know, like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Okay. Number 1 Hoenn hater. I do want to do attack and speed. I know that we have Linoon for speed over in Hoenn. Where's the best attack EV training spot in Hoenn? Let me think for a quick sec. Maybe someone in chat will also have a good answer. The That ultra red strawberry, bro. You fucking, we got a fucking super fan in chat, bro. Is that ultra red strawberry dreams? I mean, yes, it is ultra strawberry, bro. What the fuck, bro? Fucking saw that shit on the. Bro, I respect it, man. Bro knows his monster. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Rage bait. Wait, what did I even do to rage bait? Uh-oh. What did I even rage bait this time? Oh, the Hoenns, dude, I think there is too much water. I'll fucking say it. We got the okay Eliodol, thank you. Ariados. That requires Leppas, right? I really want to avoid Leppas if possible. Can you get Palkia on PokeMMO? No, you cannot. Bro's got the laser eyes. Yeah, to see the. Let me go Hoenn, Eevee training, Patrouski, PokeMMO. Let me look at I'm gonna watch my own guide like an actual loser and see where I say to attack Eevee train. I better have timestamps. Thank fuck I have timestamps. Oh, I got it. Mighty Anna to the east of Fortree City. No Leppas required. We got it, boys. Absolutely cooked. Cooked and booked them. Cooked and booked them. Hey, man, that Patrouski's got pretty decent guides sometimes, okay? Occasionally. My abysmal, dude. Yeah, your Pokedex has. I gotta start somewhere, man. I respect it. Just lucky. You gotta start somewhere, dude. You gotta start somewhere, man. Okay. Okie dokie. Artichoke. All right, first plan of attack. I want to do attack and speed, but I needed to make sure I had Eevee training locations. So there is a ×5 Mighty Anna horde to the east of Fortree City that I'll be using for 10 times attack hordes, and then a Linoon Sweet Scent spot to the west of Lilycove, which I'll be using for speed. So we do have that, and this is the Pokemon that I'll be using today personally. You could just do a Sweet Scent Pokemon and then like an AoE Pokemon having 2 of your party slots filled. It's nice to have a Pikachu like this, but not all new players will have this, but it's also a pretty cheap Pokemon to have, so I'm assuming certain, when I'd say new players as well, I'm assuming someone with at least one storyline done, because you shouldn't really be worrying about making Pokeyen until you at least have one storyline done. So this guide is aimed at people with at least one storyline done, arguably 1 to 5, but if you have 5+, this might be a little, it's a little too simplified for you, but you can still use it. It's absolutely still going to be beneficial to certain people. So let's go ahead. We are going to have an upfront cost when it comes to training these Pokemon. I'll be popping XP charms as well to save a ton of time to increase that profit per hour. But first things first, I want to look for Smeargles. That is the Pokemon that I really want to look into today. I'm going to check 31 attack and see what natures may exist, or see what's going on here. We'll see what the cheapest add-on's 120k. That's kind of high. I probably just end up going, I think 0 nature, 65k. Then if I go level 100 on Smeargle, I could Eevee train. This is adamant. This is gentle. You do want a good nature here for sure. The naughty one is nice. Someone very clearly bought that naughty natured one that I was looking at. Very clearly, that I showed on stream. So there are, people always talk about the positives of streaming content, you know, but like there's downsides, man. There's downsides. I showed off like, hey, I was gonna do this thing, and people bought out the market, so I have to adjust. I literally have to adjust. Okay, let's okay, let's see what else I can do then. Okay, and since I talked about this plan on stream, there was a Smeargle or 2 that I planned on buying, but they did get bought out. And that is one of the downsides of doing this live, and that's okay. I mean, that's part of the journey. You have to kind of, there are positives and negatives to doing content like this and showing people how to do these guides live versus not. I mean, it's going to happen. And honestly, I hope that person just makes a lot of Pokeyen. Like, it's just, that's, you know, that's market at work. Like, he got to it faster than I did. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to go ahead and look for 20+ attack speed now, Smeargles, and see what we can find. 40k is the cheapest one there, still kind of expensive. Look for level 100 with these stats. 285k is the cheapest. We could definitely go 250 or so. I think I definitely want to go ahead and buy this. So 40k is our first buy. That's gonna be 40k is our initial start to our cost already. And then what else do we have? This is level 1, level 45 too. That's a nice start to skip some XP training. Let's look for. This could just be a flip. I kind of want to flip this really quick while we're here. Tech W. I'm gonna flip that. That's not gonna be part of the video, but I'm gonna flip this really quick. Tech W. Okay, let's see. You're a nice guy, so chill. Not always, man. It depends. I'm an honest guy. It depends. Do a test. No, I talked about it minutes ago, Tober. That dude, and that was again. That's not. I would never hold it against somebody if someone's if someone was stream sniping me while playing PvP. I think that's kind of lame. But like, I would never hold it against somebody when it comes to a market thing. Like, bro, if I'm showing it on stream, I'm opening myself up to that, and that's I'm not entitled to being able to preserve that Smeargle ahead of time. That'd be crazy. That's insane. That's something you have to kind of plan around. I'm not entitled to that. Yeah, let's go ahead and look for. Ooh, this one's really nice. Ooh, this one's pretty good. Well, actually, very, very good. How did I miss this one? 9,500 Pokeyen for a naughty one that costs 9,500. We're gonna call that plus 10k. Wow, that's really, really cheap. We're gonna look up the other natures as well. So naughty, cheapest one, 60k. We'll do lonely next, 25k. I'll probably go ahead and buy that one. Boom, grab that. So plus 25k. These Smeargles are already a little bit more expensive than I wanted to buy, to be totally honest. You definitely could find better deals, situations like this. You also don't want to stack up on 5 of the same exact species. So I'm going to stop at those 3 Smeargles and look into a few other Pokemon that I might want to train for profit. Something I like checking out a ton is something like a Scyther. Scythers are just PvP Pokemon, right? So we covered our PvM angle, which are our catching Smeargles. People are always in demand for catching Smeargles. Next up, it's good looking at some PvP Pokemon and see what kind of Scythers, Scizors, Gibbles, things like that are kind of peeking around, because people really need those. Let me see. Nothing crazy here. Scizor, 20 plus in all stats. Calm Nature is terrible. Let's go back to the Scyther. Lonely Nature, 31 speed. I don't know if I have any profit margin on this. I don't think I have any profit margin on this, to be totally honest. Let me see. 50 to 30k there. 50k. I mean, a little bit. The cool thing about this one is that I don't have to level it to 100. Yeah, I'm aware of the options. Trust me, man. I've played this game for a little bit of hours. I'm more so just trying to go through the motions, man. So looking at Scythers, okay. I think I am going to go ahead and buy this Scyther. It's 50k input. However, the benefit of buying that Scyther, so we're going to do plus 50k onto our cost. The benefit of buying that Scyther is I'm not going to have to actually level it up, right? So there are certain Pokemon, when you're looking for a PvM Pokemon, you're not looking to always, I'm looking to just EV train this and then evolve it probably and sell it, and that'll be like a really nice flip, and that'll be like 15 minutes. So this was 50k to buy, probably going to sell it for 150k, probably going to take me like 30 minutes to EV train it. That should be a pretty quick sale. Next up, we're looking to Gibbles, Gabites. You do want to check Gabites and stuff as well, so because people sleep on Gabites. Careful Nature Gabite, it's not amazing, but like, that's not bad. Someone might use this as a beginner's tank Garchomp in PvP. Let's check Garchomp as well, but I doubt there's one cheaper. There's a gentle one that's pretty cheap. I think I'm going to go ahead and go grab that Gabite. It may not be the best. This is just spending a few minutes. These are not I'm not pursuing the peak best profits I could possibly get on these Pokemon, right? There are definitely better deals on the GTL. However, this is just a good way for me to, you want to not waste time. You want to get into making your Pokeyen. You don't want to always hyper worry about margins. You want to just jump into things and get to making that beautiful Pokeyen, right? So let's go ahead, and we have our 5 XP shares. I do recommend 5 XP shares or 4 XP shares if you're someone with 1 to 5 regions done. You could always sell back the XP shares if you're really tight for cash. You will lose a bit on the listing fees, but if you need, Pokeyen to train someone up, it's a good thing to do it. So let's go ahead and head over here to the east of Fortree City. I'm going to pop a sweet scent to show you guys what it looks like. I'm essentially going to be killing these ×5 hordes of Mightyena, getting 10 attack EVs per swarm. The Gabite, once again, similar to the Scyther. So the beauty of this is when you're doing PvP Mons, is that with the Scyther, the only downside of this spot is the Intimidates. You have to kind of sit through the Intimidates often, but that's, you kind of just bite that bullet. Scythers and Gabites, I'm not going to have to level these up to level 100. These are just going to be level 50, and then I just sell them, right? They're just going to be level 50, and that's it. We're going to see how it goes. Did you hear about Arceus? Wait, what's up? Wait, what do you mean? I have not heard. Oh, they're so fast? Yeah, Garchops are just really, really high. What's the word? We could turn music back on now that we're grinding, boys. Fucking, there we go. I was feeling a little weird without the music, but we are so back, boys. Okay, there we go. Absolutely saved. So 150k is our initial cost for this. Oh, geez, Louise. There we go. Oh, we should set a timer as well. I almost forgot. Oopsie whoopsie. Oopsie whoopsie, boys. 1 second, Areno. After the string nerf, people who worry about the string nerf are funny to me, because the game was, it was like, the pace of things, like 5% nerfed. Like, because they added instant speed text, right? The string nerf wasn't just a string nerf. They also buffed like a million other mechanics, right? They buffed egging, they buffed fossils, they added instant speed text, so they buffed all text in the game. I think it's not fair to say, oh, just the string nerf made it the whole game slower. It's not true, Like gym reruns, you lost 2 to 3 gyms, right? The sweet setting feels a bit slower for sure. I need to do a kind of a test at that at some point. I think gyms lost two gyms. Like, it does kind of tilt me when people are. I was like, it's always new players flapping, because it's always like, okay, like 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, the world record for gym runs was like 27 gyms, right? And then like people got better and it got faster and strings and all these things, and then it became like 30, or then it was like 28, then it was like 30, then it was like 33, and then it was like 35 and 36, and then 38, and then a string nerf happened and it took them from 38 down to like 35, and they're like, oh my god, gym rerunning is ruined. And I'm like, bro, what are we even doing? Come on. Are we serious? Like, what are we even doing? Yeah, I need my timer up, sorry. Still free money? It's just so, you'll see buff after buff after buff after buff after buff, and then one nerf, and I feel like people freak out. Not N0T. I'm not sorry. I'm taking what you're saying and I'm exacerbating it to a different kind of person. You're not saying this. So I don't want you to feel like I'm straw manning you or putting this position on you. I know that's not your position, so I apologize that, I don't mean to come off like that. Leveling on software with string, I mean, it seems like you just don't like the content, right? I mean, I like leveling. It's so good, especially the first few episodes like that are definitely a little slow. Dude, it's so good, Shrek. It's so good, man. Okay, greetings from Germany. Yo, what's up, man? Did they make a fucky wucky? Yeah, let me go ahead and start my my timer. We'll knock off a few minutes. What's up, Spidget? Okay. Wait a minute. Let me pause. Here, we'll knock off 3 minutes. I would try to close it. A common problem, Platts, that happens is you don't select your PokeMMO folder, because sometimes when you load up the client for the first time, it doesn't like give you that prompt. I would try to just generally closing and reloading fixes it over and over again. At 10 hours, guys, I know I'm trying to get to it. Okay, I'm trying to get to it. Okay, 1 sec. Let me I'm trying to get things figured out. I got a million questions coming at me, as well as We got to take things step by step, chat. Okay. Also, the calculator is covering your beautiful faces. One sec. We got to fix that. Okay. Shut up, music. Okay. I'm going to be timing this journey as well. I went ahead and knocked off 3 minutes as I forgot to do a timer at the very start. I'm just doing a countdown because I don't have a proper stopwatch. We can't afford a stopwatch on this channel. I know. I'm sorry. So I'm just be doing a 10-hour timer and essentially deducting however much time it takes. You know, we're just going to be doing the math to figure out how long this takes to actually EV train and XP train all 5 of these Pokemon. So let's just get to it. I'm really excited to go ahead and just like EV train the Scyther, the Gabite, and then essentially just be ready to sell them off. I'm curious to see how fast they'll sell as well. We might be able to like get them sold before we're even done XP training the other 3 Smeargles, which that would be amazing to show people the actual sales of the Pokemon. A lot of times in money making methods, I don't include the sales just because I understand the market. I know that if I price things, if anyone prices things correctly, they will sell over time. However, I can't making daily videos and daily streams and constantly doing 10 projects at once. I can't like sit there and wait and show people will remember like, oh, here's, you know, Mightyena from, you know, this thing. And I usually, or, you know, Gabite or Scyther, I usually just kind of assume it sells correctly and tell people, you know what, 90% of things that I list usually sell within the first 2 weeks. And then I would say about 10% don't sell or take an extra 1 more listing cycle generally. Usually 9% of those things being from human error and me mislisting a price, and then 1% being like a niche, like a really niche sale. So it just takes longer, or something like a market change. So those are important things to keep in mind whenever you're watching money making methods in PokeMMO. The Pokemon economy is just complicated. Price checking things are complicated. You'll always see extremely high end players make mistakes, but also consistently understand the market enough to to be able to consistently buy and sell things. It's a very, very smooth economy, which does move very quickly and very well thanks to the breeding system in the game. 10-hour stream. We're not doing a 10-hour stream. We're fucking, unless your mom's here, okay? Then we'll think about it. Dude, chat, I'll say it. I'm grumpy today. Hey, caught. I'm grumpy. You can meme on me. You can make fun of me. I'll say, caught. I'm grumpy. My bad. Shrug. Okay. Caught. I'm grumpy. I'm sorry. I'm a little grumpy. I'm a little grumpy. Okay. Swimmer is grumpy. I'm a whittle grumpy today, okay? We're gonna work on it. We're gonna see how it goes. I was grumpy all this day. I was mauling and bullying chat. I feel you. Sometimes you're just grumpy. I try to admit it. I'm grumpy. Some days you're grumpy. When are you not grumpy? Okay, I'm usually not that grumpy, okay? Come on. Grumpy Pants Tuesday? Yeah, wait, it is Tilted Tuesday to be fair. That's kind of based. It actually literally is what you're supposed to do. Yo, what's up, Reddy? How you doing, man? Hope you feel better. I'm fucking fine. I'm not trying to be like, you know, I'm fine. Talking about gym runs. People are not complaining about doing less gyms. They're complaining about the delay making it clanky. Maybe some people are. I've never seen someone, and I respect the charitable viewpoint. Because I agree with that, Fly Happy. Whenever I see people come in the stream complaining about the strings nerf, they're always like, Jimmy runs are dead. Hey man, are Jimmy runs even worth doing anymore? Jimmy runs fucking suck now, right guys? And it's like, my brother in Arceus, like, just tell me you like can't handle personal like nerfs at all. It just makes no, I've never seen someone come in and been like, hey man, Jimmy runs are a lot more frustrating now that it's like kind of clanky and awkward, the timing, and like waiting for certain text boxes to finish. I really hope they fix that bug soon, or that problem soon. It's like kind of annoying. That's fair. I've never seen that. It's always Jimmy runs are dead. Jimmy runs suck. Are Jimmy runs even worth doing anymore? Like, it's always like, it's people who just don't play the game or like don't do Jimmy runs. Like, they just hear opinions from other people and then echo them like a parrot. It's always that. It's really frustrating. But I agree. If someone was like, yeah, man, it's, you know, the clankiness, the awkwardness of the timing on things is a little frustrating. That's fine. Never heard someone say that besides you there. Which I appreciate, you know. Shiny next encounter. Don't wait. I don't even know if I want. I'm neutral on Mightyena. I'm neutral on it. The yaps that original later before you battle gives you lose brain cells. Based. Yo, what's up, 360? I fucking respect it, dude. There's a first for everything. Hey, I like hearing the good arguments, you know? I'm shiny locked, strings are new, Jimmy runs are dead. Like, there's certain people, and we all notice it. There's certain people who are just gonna fucking complain. People like me. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, a little bit, you know, we're all human. People are just, yeah. Why is PokeMMO? Yeah, it's like never been more popular. Renaissance, like games of doing amazing. Yeah, KW. Anyways, also this is definitely something you only see in the ultra high level community. If you ask the average casual player like how they're enjoying PokeMMO, they'll be like, yeah, I just finished my 3rd region Hoenn. It's fucking amazing. It's so fun, right? But in the high level community, it's like, like to be or not to be shiny locked. Let's make 5 Reddit posts today. What do we think about not even high, it's like almost like the mid-level. I don't know, bro. I'm memeing, whatever. I'm tilted. Stupid stuff, yeah. Oh, I fucked up. Oops. I don't have 5 hours a day to grind. That's a fucking lot of hours. I always try to say like, yo, what's up, B Train? I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, the 6-month, the Rooney. Thank you. 5 hours a day is a fucking ton of hours. That's like if you have any commute to work, you already can't do that, right? If your commute to work is like an hour, I talked with my wife. I'm so lucky I work from home and shit. It's kind of crazy if you have like an hour commute to work, an 8-hour shift turns into like a 12-hour part of your day, right? Especially if you have to like wake up and like put on, if you're like a woman, have to like put on, don't have to put on makeup, but obviously like it's kind of expected in the workplace, which sucks. It's a whole very tippy, simpy, but like it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. It sucks. I watched my wife like wake up earlier than me and then fucking wake up, have to straighten her hair, get makeup on, do all that shit, you know? And it's like an 8-hour workday becomes 12 hours because you had to drive to work, do all that, you know, lunch break. It's a ton, dude. Dude, much love to you, Sinful. I appreciate the positivity, dude. But I've been on for a while. I've never really gone to the Jimmy runs. Super fair. I made a ton of people following the magic. Dude, nice. Yes, that method, I totally agree with you, Frogger. That method is not nearly as good as it used to be. A good way to build up baseline for breeding, or should I say with a build a gym run team? A trainer rerun team is much, I think, easier. And what I recommend most like new players do at the moment is trainer reruns, which only requires 1 cloister. It requires Sinnoh done for the most part, and then one cloister. Jimmy runs are like homework. You should do it, but I kind of get that. I definitely agree with that, you know? I definitely agree with that. I mean, that's based, Meerkat. Good luck to you, man. Yeah, I stream on YouTube and Twitch, Black Fox. That's why a lot of people, I understand. There'll be a lot of people in YouTube chat who's like, you know, why aren't you reading my messages? There's only like 2 messages a minute in YouTube chat, but they don't see Twitch chat, which is like really active. Lots of memes, lots of memes, you know, yeah. I have an hour. Dude, I have so much respect for people who have like long commutes. I just can't. My privileged ass can't imagine with that. That's insane. What's up? What's up, Pyro? Makeup. The women. Yeah, women have makeup nerf. You're not. It's not balanced, dude. You're not. I always say, man, life is kind of not a good game. As much as I love it, I love living. Okay, don't get me wrong. But it's not balanced, dude. It's not. Life is not balanced at all. If this game released at like E3 in 2012, it would get fucking reamed, bro. G4 would have done a whole like 3-hour segment on how bad this game looked. I'm just saying. Part of the ditto problems, like more portion of eggs. Like the cost of base dittos, or I know the cost of 1x31s are really low, which sucks. Giga Chat level rich from 0. The boring answer is just watching guides and watching videos. There's tons and tons of guides out there. I'm going to be able to enjoy and worth until you guys have goals. Just do what you do. For sure. I always say, yeah, for sure, Vespid. I always fucking say, what's it called? if you're doing a method you enjoy, you're gonna make more progress. If you're doing something you enjoy, then you're gonna make more progress than if you were to like do something you don't enjoy for a short period of time. Okay. It just depends. It's a balance. Every single video game is a balance between like playing the game quote unquote for fun, but I always say like there's two things you have to consider when playing a video game, and they both equate. It's like it's an equation. It's playing for fun plus efficiency equals total enjoyment, right? I think people often confuse total enjoyment and fun, because I think you do have to play most video games. It depends on the person. This is wildly dependent on the person, but you do have to play most video games somewhat efficient most of the time to have fun. It depends, not everybody, but like, because you have to make progress. There's nothing worse than, not nothing worse, but than like playing Pokemon with a friend and like he picks up like a Dragon Dance Gyarados and like rolls through the fucking Shmeem, right? 2-minute ad roll is insane. It's less than a fucking TV thing, as well as ads would allow content creators to be here, man. I couldn't make videos without ads. I understand, like, you know, ads are a little annoying as the viewer. I get it, but they're also, you couldn't have YouTubers without ads, bro. I'll be so honest with you. There's a line when it comes to complaining about ads. I don't know if the 2-minute ad roll is the line. I found your Twitch. Yo, what's up, dude? Battle Tower. Battle Tower is something that I don't think people take advantage of enough or grind enough. It's just raw fun. Yeah, it really depends. It's an MMO player thing. It definitely is a, well, that's also fair. It's an MMO / online player or online game thing, you know? For sure. Yes, I totally agree. Complaining is my bound. Fucking, you know what? Hey, I respect that counter argument. I'll shut my ass up. That's fair. I've said this once. I'll say it again. I hate pre-roll ads. I turn them off on my channel, and people sometimes tell me they still get them. Nothing. Twitch ad control like does not work. I have certain settings, and I swear to everything, like they just play extra ads. It should only play like X minutes per hour. It shouldn't play any. I have all pre-rolls off because, and that's not like a glaze for me. I still run like a fair bit of ads. I have to make rent, right? But like, I hate pre-roll ads because it's like, oh man, oh boy, let me check out this new content creator and see if I like their content. Hi, Ford wants you to buy a truck. Like, I would click off if I was a new viewer and I was trying to see if I liked someone's content, see if I wanted to stick around, and I met with an ad immediately, and I like, why would I want to watch an ad for someone who I don't even know if I like their content yet? Like, that's so, I hate it. It's lame, dude. I hate it, dude. Yeah, that's just lame. Yo, what's up, dude? I definitely agree. It's definitely more of an MMO thing. I get what you're saying with the efficiency plus fun equals total enjoyment. I think it's the case for a lot of games, but it depends. It depends on the game. I don't know if you need any efficiency to like enjoy most Pokemon games because they're so easy. I would argue like a lot of people do need a certain amount of efficiency to enjoy something like Elden Ring or enjoy like Dark Souls, right? Like those are games where if you don't employ certain strategies, you might just be like too fucked or too stuck to where it's not fun. Like you have to find the perfect amount of. Every video game is trying to find the perfect amount of struggle, right? Not coming home. Good luck on Sweetcoot, man. The legendary hunts are a pain. I always try to say, like, as a shiny hunter, I like single encounter shunting. I don't like legendary hunting. It feels worse for whatever reason. I'm not trying Souls games, not long, but most people. Yeah, like, yeah. I think it depends on the game for sure. I don't think you need to combine. Like, I guess Mario Party is a good example. You don't really need to combine like efficiency plus playing for fun to get total enjoyment out of Mario Party. That's, you know, that's fair. That's super fair. It definitely depends on the Pokemon. Want to shunt Axu? Dude, yeah, I get that. Dude, what's on the menu for today? Mostly testing out EV training and XP training as a new player. This will be the main thing I do today. It'll be a lot because it'll just take a while to XP train and stuff. We'll only be XP training 3 Smeargles, which is nice. Speaking of, this will be the final. All right, this should be the final horde for attack EV, so we're done after this. Beautiful. That only took about 15 minutes. It's usually around 15 minutes, like I say, if you're fast enough. I dilly-dally and get distracted. I definitely ran from a Mightyena horde or 2, but it should be around 15 minutes or so to EV train each stat. So I'm going to move next on over to speed, which in Hoenn, yeah, what's up, bowl of coffee? In Hoenn's to the left of Lily Cove City. There's Linoon hordes over here, so we're going to go here next. And then once again, I'm curious to check if it is worth to use a metal coat to evolve my Scyther or not. That will be a question when it comes to selling it. But after I finish EV training, I'll just be ready to straight up sell the Scyther and the Gabite already. And if I can make, the goal is, if I can make over 150k just from selling those 2 Pokemon, that would be amazing. That would be really, really cool to see. Hi, Pat. Do you know if it's true if you cannot find shinies before you have completed the region you're shunning in? This is not true. I heard they changed. No. This is the infamous... I need to make a video on this ASAP because this is the infamous shiny lock misinformation fear mongering. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Blossom, by any means. It frustrates me that people are telling you these things because they're lying to you, which really, really frustrates me. Let me go ahead. I will source what a shiny lock is and explain it to you very quickly. What's the timer about? We're doing a test today for EV Train XP training. No, not a 9-hour stream today. I'm just doing an arbitrary 10-hour timer. Thank you for the fucking Twitch Prime bowl of coffee. I'm so overwhelmed today. I apologize. Bowl of coffee. Thank you for the Twitch Prime for 7 months. I appreciate it. Yono, my King Patrouski, take more of my homeless money. Please, if you are homeless, this might be a shocker. Please don't donate to me. Thank you. But for the Twitch Prime, yeah, do Twitch Prime to me if you're homeless. True. Thank you. Someone's got to get it. Thank you for the 6 months. Can you prime to your own channel? That's the real strat. But thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Okay. People get very, yeah. Another video we called talk about Skaith. Okay, let me go. I will bring up the source for you so people understand, because I have to do a video on this ASAP because there's so much misinformation regarding shiny locking. It's really, 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 and it's a scary thing. It sounds very scary, right? Did a 210 box. Hey, good luck to you, Kurobon. Oh, you deserve that shiny, dude. True. Do you have a Roth IRA? Yes, I do. What is this a D's nuts joke or something? What's the meme here? I don't have a 401k, but I do have a Roth IRA with not that much money in it. I'll be so honest. LA Noir stream. I fucking love that game. It's a really good like little menu background. Level cap for raids anywhere from 65 to 100. It depends. It depends. Okay. 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 Alrighty, let's talk about it. Let's clear up some confusion while I do some EV training in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and try to talk about shiny lock and address some of the misinformation with it. And it really frustrates me because there is a lot of, I get a little heated about this topic because there's so much misinformation, fear mongering, fear sells, and a lot of people who just straight up lie about how shiny lock works. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because it's not something that the average player or 99.9% of players should ever worry about. It's not a scary thing. It's a very basic anti-bot measurement or anti-bot measure that takes place in a lot of other MMOs, but just in different ways. Obviously, we have shinies in PokeMMO, so it takes place, and World of Warcraft or RuneScape, you'll have things like being teleported by a developer to certain locations or being checked on or things like that, or bots being locked in certain ways. Like, this is a very common thing, right? So let's talk about it. This is from the PokeMMO support website, their FAQ. Okay, this is straight from PokeMMO. Shiny locking, quote unquote, during the storyline. Another common type of botting is to create a character and then run around on an early route until they're banned, seeking shiny monsters, because shiny monsters are so valuable in game, and because cheating groups are typically running many accounts at the same time. This type of botting can be extremely effective for profiteers. To reduce the effectiveness of this method, we may turn off the ability to encounter a shiny monster if a player, this is the really important part, this is the this is the scary part, this is the clarification part, if a player doesn't progress their storyline after a few dozen hours. This type of restriction does not apply to a player who has completed 8 badges in at least one region. That is any region, not just the region you're shiny hunting in. So if you have 8 badges and any region in Pokemon, you cannot be shiny locked. It is physically not possible. Have donor status active or have shiny charm active. These are a little funny. I don't know why these are stipulations, but it's worth noting, right? It's really important to talk about. People still do get, you're not shiny locked. You're also not automatically shiny locked just because you don't have 8 badges in a region. That's not how that works. I've done challenges where I've done a shiny hunt for a Pokemon from scratch. I've literally gotten a shiny within 3 hours on a new account. I've seen many other people do this. Is a very common thing. You will see new players get shinies. It does happen. It takes a very extreme set of circumstance for you to actually be shiny locked. I am probably one of the only people, one of 10 to, I would guess less than 10 to 20 people in the entire world as legitimate players, as a guesstimation, have actually been shiny locked in PokeMMO. It's a very, very, very small amount of players who aren't bots that have been shiny locked. I'm probably one of the few because I started a challenge called PokeMMO with only shinies, like shiny onlys and shiny only runs PokeMMO. I started that challenge, and a bunch of other people were inspired and also did that challenge. And people realized that we had like a collective of like 150,000 or 250,000 or so encounters. And someone was smart enough to reach out to the devs and be like, hey, we have like 4 content creators with a bunch of encounters and we're not seeing anything. Like, it may just be unlucky. It's very possible, but what's going on here? And they were like, yeah, there is some sort of anti-bot measurement. So due to that, we found out about shiny locking, which is the biggest argument. The fairest argument is, you know what? It's kind of frustrating that they didn't tell the players. Like, it is kind of good to be aware of stuff like this because of niche challenges like that. It's a little frustrating we didn't know this existed, right? But also, as someone who was probably locked on an account because I sat on Route 1 for 40 hours straight, right? You have to do it. You have to not make storyline progress to an egregious extent. You have to like stay at a specific route for 30 to 40 hours with under 8 gym badges done. This is very, very, very rare, right? And also, it's like route. If you're like at 30 hours, 40 hours, and you have like 4 gym badges, completed, or 4 badges, I would guess, I could be wrong, I would guess that you're not locked. I strongly doubt that you're locked at that point, but I could be wrong, right? Yeah, back to why the devs didn't tell us. It's a little frustrating that they didn't tell us, but at the same time, I understand because now they told the information and people went bonkers. People ran with this. People went, oh my god, I must be shiny locked. I'm 54,000 encounters dry. I must be shiny locked. It can't be a little bad RNG. It must be that I'm a victim of some crazy circumstance. It must be the mods just took away my strikes. They don't like me or something. It must be some conspiracy theory, right? It must be. It has to be. It can't possibly be the Occam's razor most likely thing that I'm just a little unlucky, right? It has to be some grand conspiracy theory against me. So the shiny locking conversation gets me heated and frustrated because it's the most illogical conversation out there. It's very, very frustrating. Shiny lock is something that every player should know about. Everyone should know that shiny lock is a thing. 99.9% of players shouldn't worry about it. You should know about it. Don't worry about it. It's not something to fearmonger. It's not something to freak out about. It's not something to stress about. If you are someone who we're human, or you're emotional. I'm emotional. If you're someone who that does stress you out, then I strongly encourage you to just get 8 gym badges in any region, and then it's impossible for you to be locked, right? That's all you have to do. If you're someone who is paranoid about this, get 8 gym badges. There you go. You're good. It's impossible to be locked. That's all you have to do. I think that covers everything. Is there any more questions? I hope that this covers everything. I know that shiny hunting is a very long-term thing in Pokemon, so it does drive people a little crazy. I'm example A. I get it. but it's an important thing to stick to logistics and just ground yourself. Don't give in to the paranoia, even though I've been there. I get it. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this has cleared up miscommunications, misinformations, frustrations. Like the video if it was, dislike if it wasn't. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this, Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below, all that jazz. Just have a great day and keep shiny hunting in PokeMMO. I wish you the best of luck. I hope everybody gets as lucky as possible on their shinies. And I would guess that you're not shiny locked. You might just be getting a little unlucky. However, if you really want to clear the air, just get 8 gym badges. That's the final lesson of the day. Have a good one and best of luck, fellas. Oof. Yeah, no, dude, it's not. I'm just gonna upload this as its own video. I was gonna just include that as a part of the stream recap. I get fired up, bro. I get fired up over that topic because it frustrates me, and it's no one's. I don't. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Blossom. It's the fault of people peddling misinformation, and that's really annoying. Not ending the stream, no. Someone asked about the timer as well. The timer is just an arbitrary number because I don't have a stopwatch. Not a 10-hour stream. Where's that forum post? Yes, I can link it to you. That's a good, and it'll be sourced in the It's not a forum post, weirdly, which is weird. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Hiroshi was confirmed not locked. Like from everything I've heard from I could be wrong. I try to always, from everything I understand, Hiroshi was not locked, and it's impossible for Hiroshi to have been locked because they had 8 gym badges, obviously, and they had donator status. I'm pretty sure the entire time they were hunting. Like that's another, like, if Hiroshi can go 475,000 encounters dry, that's why it drives me so crazy. Like I'll be when a friend of mine goes 475,000 encounters dry and is like, yeah, it was just really abhorrently unlucky. I wasn't shiny locked, and then a new player with 45,000 encounters says, "Oh, I must be locked because the devs don't like me." Oh, it's the most frustrating thing in the world. It is the most insanely. It's the equivalent of like. It's the equivalent of like being born into a shitty fucking family, being like absolutely broke, like struggling for food, struggling to like pay rent, like just having the shittiest of circumstances, and then like trying to get into college and being like, oh man, I know fucking, like, I hope I get into this college, or like getting declined from like Harvard, and they were like, yeah man, like your academics just weren't there or some shit, and you're like, fuck man, like that sucks. I really wanted to get a good scholarship for Harvard, but I understand, my grade wasn't great. I get it, right? It sucks. It really sucks, but I get it. And then the rich kid is like, fuck, man, like Harvard must fucking hate me because my dad's rich. Like, but it's literally like victim entitlement. Like, oh, it drives me crazy. It drives me insane. The like how one person can be so like sound and someone else can be so fucking wrong. It really frustrates me. It drives me insane. So, but we're gonna move on because it's not a positive topic. But it's worth talking about. It's worth talking about. It's one of the most frustrating paradoxes. Thank you. Yes, that's the exact way to. It really, it sucks that someone can be so, yeah. Good YouTube, boys. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I really, yeah. I apologize if I wasn't clear in a video. Like that is, and I'll own that super hard, Blossom, if I didn't make it clear enough. Shiny Lock is also, I should have included that in the video. Shiny Lock is also a temporary thing. You're not like locked and then you're locked forever. The same way when you you have to, okay, think about it logically. Why does Shiny Lock exist? Okay, it's to prevent bots from getting shinies. Okay, so what is the point of Shiny Lock? Okay, so what Shiny Lock probably is if I think about it logically and I think empathetically through the sense of the devs, right? Okay, it's probably an automated system for when the devs are like asleep or like not in office or like not working on the game actively because they're a really small dev team, so they can't monitor all bots at all times, right? So I'm assuming the Shiny Lock system is an automated system that locks a player, and then the next day they wake up, they go check, hey, is this player a bot? If they are, ban them. If not, unban them, right? So like even if you get locked, like I could be wrong, I would argue like you're probably gonna get unlocked if you're a real player. Like that's the other. There's so many. Yeah, there's so many. If you were locked, if your account was locked, you could unlock it by just getting 8 gym badges. That's what I did with my my what's it called account, my my shiny hunting like only account or whatever, right? My shinies only account. You can unlock a locked account by just completing it. It's not a permanent, like you're not locked in for life, right? That's a good question that I should have talked about. Yeah, I have 900 hours. Yeah, like PvP Giga Chad Spidget. I have 900 hours and I still haven't found a shiny. Coincidence? No, it must be admin oppression. It can't be that I'm just queuing 850 hours of OU. There's no way. Like, yeah, no, like, I love you, Spidget. Like that, yeah. Like you perfectly, like it's a good meme. I love you for that. It's, yeah. Some people will say that and be all, genuinely mean it, you know? Spidget's, like, yeah. You've had to, true. We gotta be a bit more stoic. I don't know if it's more about things you control until things you. I don't know if it's stoic as much as logically checking, right? And I'm a deeply emotional person, which is why it's even more important to logically check myself. I think most people are humans on average are overly emotional. It's one of our biggest strengths is our emotions, right? Which also can be our greatest weakness, right? Okay, fuck. I need to get back. Okay, whew. Okay, there we go. We got it done. That is the last horde for speed EV training. I'm going to try to quickly go over to next out now XP training. So we're heading over to Battle Frontier. So I just finished EV training. We have 2v2 attack, EVs, 2v2 speed in all these Smeargles and Scythers into bites. I'm actually just going to go ahead and take off. Actually, we just evolved into Garchomp, to be fair. I'm going to take off the XP shares and throw these in a PC box. Right. We'll just do it here. We'll throw these in a PC box and list these in a little bit of time. But for now, I just want to focus on getting back over here, getting back to XP training and stuff. I'm also going to grab a catching Pokemon now that I have free space, just in case I were to get a shiny or something like that. So I'm going to go grab my catching Breloom. Perfect. Okay, let's head back over to this spot. This is the best XP training spot in Hoenn that I'm aware of and that I use personally. I will be using XP Charm 100% while XP training here because they are so freaking powerful. At 46,000 Pokeyen a pop, they are essentially going to save you an hour's worth of time. So I'm going to go ahead and add plus 46,000 Pokeyen cost onto our calculator. We're at 196,000 Pokeyen cost. We've been doing this for around 35 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and go pop one of those XP charms. Perfect, beautiful, just like this. And then now I'm going to sit here and XP train these Smeargles until they hit level 100, which will take me quite a bit of time. So I will see you in that time. Okay. Whew. God, I feel like I've yapped up a fucking storm today. Holy guacamole, boys. What is this clip? All right, this should be the final horde for attack EV, so we're done. Oh my god, shut up. This beautiful that only holy cringe. Okay, thank you. Your Pokemon, this gets its own video. I don't know what I'm going to title that video yet. Okay. We're good. Back to okay. Back to stream recap as we lock in and there's some XP, dude. Hell yeah. Better Hoenn than a Kanto tennis spot. They're about the same from my understanding. Hoenn might be slightly better. They're very similar. That's a great question. A lot of people don't know about the Kanto Tenta spot. I use the Tenta spot in Kanto that's like north of Island 6, I believe. I honestly have no idea, Reborn. It's going to depend on the... I have no idea. Tennis spot is so chill. It's very chill. There's a lot of people always here. This is actually a really interesting question. Yo, Pat, if a Pokemon doesn't have an alpha version, Seismitoad, for example, does that mean Seismitoad's hidden ability is locked / not in the game? 99% of the time, that is true. I think that there are some Pokemon now. I think like Aerodactyl is an example. I'll check it in a quick sec. There are a handful of Pokemon that don't have alphas. that do have hidden ability access. Yup, Aerodactyl is one. I don't think there's an alpha Aerodactyl. It's very few Pokemon. The only reason like Aerodactyl exists is because he was a Premier Ball exclusive. I don't even know if he does get hidden ability. So like 99% of the time what you said is true. You can usually check the alpha Pokedex to see what Pokemon have hidden ability access. Aerodactyl is one of the niche. There might be a few others, but Aerodactyl is the one that I can think of where there are a very small amount of niche Mons that have hidden ability access due to specific things like Mysterious Balls or Mysterious Cherish. Yeah, Mysterious Balls, but not an alpha form. It's a great question. Zero Pokeyen get a raid. I use my GTL. I don't collect stuff because it's all, see how it's all zero Pokeyen? I use my GTL as storage. A lot of this is stuff that hasn't sold. Or all of it right now. I often use I use my GTL as storage rather than having to like sort through it or go through my PC and stuff. Stay in line at the Hoenn spot. One XP training Mount Silver. The point of this video is to like it'd be like a beginner money making method. I actually rolled a D4 at the beginning of the video, and it selected which region I have to be locked in for the challenge. So I'm Hoenn locked for this challenge. If I was going for peak efficiency and if it wasn't a new player, because I'm guessing the newest players don't have, or new players don't have Pokedex completion, right? Yeah, thank you, Shrek. It's a good question. If you weren't here for that, it's a great question. I don't mean to like belittle that or. I'm sure. No. I'm sure there's a lot of people who had the same exact question. There's nothing. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, I'm specifically. It's really important. I try really, really hard to like specifically make guides dedicated towards beginners at times. I don't do enough intermediate. That's the one I don't do enough of is intermediate. But that's a tough one because intermediate and it kind of overlap. So what if you do like 40 hours of without the first bag, and then after the first gym, I love you. I appreciate. Just don't work. Just if you're worried about it, just get 8 gym badges. I think trying to analyze every single hypothetical. The reason they don't tell us is because they don't want bots to be able to get around it in certain ways, right? The constant tug of war is developers giving us just enough information about anti-cheat and stuff like that so we don't get fucked by it, but then also not giving so much information that the botters and cheaters can kind of use that information, right? Long stream today? No, I'm using it. Maybe I should just get a stopwatch somehow. No, it's an arbitrary timer I just set. Maybe I should just lower it to... We're going to commit to it. I just set it for 10 hours. It's not... I've used that timer in the past to show how much time is left on stream. I've set myself up for this one, so... That's... No. It's... I started at 10 hours. I'm just tracking how long... Yeah, 10-hour stream. Yippee, yippee. I'm just tracking how long this... this takes, this method or whatever, this training. You tell the devs to release Alpha Slowbro. I don't know if I have that kind of pool, but I appreciate. How do you have 26 months, Harry G? Also, I mean, you're my favorite. I always say like, I love being able to say like, yeah, I love waking up for work and then logging on, and then my boss Harry G Nuts gives me a little bit of my paycheck for the day. I love working for someone named Harry G Nuts. I appreciate it, dude. Much fucking love to you. I appreciate the Twitch Prime. I mean, dude, Heracross hidden ability would go bonkers. I would love that. I feel like that would be like, if you asked me like, oh, would Guts, is it Guts, right? Or is it Moxie? Moxie is Heracross hidden ability, right? Because it already has Guts. Yeah. If you asked me like 2 years ago, if Moxie, 2 to 3 years ago, maybe 2 to 3, let's say, if Moxie Heracross would be busted, I would have said, yeah, I think that'd be too strong. I think it'd be fine. I think Moxie Heracross would be fine nowadays. But I'm curious to see what people like Spidget and actual PvP players think. a BP. It's interesting. I don't know how it would play out. I love the idea of just doing more content around Battle Tower. Do you plan on playing Legend Z to A? Probably no. No disrespect to it. It's more of like what's it called? I don't know about UU. Yeah, would make him bust. Yeah, that's exactly yeah, it's OU. Super fair, Spidget. Super fair. I mean, it's just interesting, Spidget, because like 2 to 3 years ago, I feel like the general consensus was like, fucking yeah, dude, Moxie Heracross would break OU, like he'd be busted. That was, you know, it's kind of true, right? Speed with Blaziken, yeah, you the fucking balloon chicken. Yeah, yeah, for sure, Minhai. I for sure agree personally. 5 region fossil run? No, I usually just stick to Turnback Cave. I know that's a thing, which is cool, but PokeMMO side effect, yeah. However, though, like there are Pokemon games that aren't traditional Pokemon. 55,000 encounters, by the way, hell yeah. We're bringing back up the classic conversation. Minhai said, yeah, it's really hard to go back to traditional Pokemon games after playing 500 hours of PokeMMO. I fall victim to that. I've tried to go back and play Fire Red, and it's my favorite game of all time. I'd rather play PokeMMO. I'm like, why don't I just do an alt run or something like that? I prefer PokeMMO. However, there are, I mean, non-traditional Pokemon games that are amazing, that are worth going back to. I just recently did a full playthrough of Pokemon Stadium. Like, that's one of those games if you want to play Pokemon Stadium, you've got to play Pokemon Stadium. There's no other game like it, and don't you dare bring up Pokemon Battle Revolution on the Wii. It's not, it's not the same. Pokemon like Red, like Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team or whatever, that's like, those games are banger. You want to go back. I would love to one day go back and play like Pokemon, is it Ranger? I had one of the Pokemon Ranger DS games, which is why my DS was like destroyed, because it was probably like the original, like where they got the idea for like Pokemon Go, like spinning the circle with the ball. Because the Pokemon Ranger, you would like spin a circle with your stylus, and you would just every kid like destroyed their bottom screen from Pokemon Ranger. So there are certain like Pokemon games that are worth going back to play that are awesome and like do give you a unique perspective that aren't just true. You can still play after PokeMMO essentially. Coliseum. I never played that one. I've obviously heard amazing things, which is tough, but yeah, I for sure agree. Pokemon Ranger is kind of forgotten, dude. I've always wanted to play there's like a Pokemon turn-based RPG, which just sounds like every Pokemon game. Pokemon DS game. It's called like Pokemon Tactics or something similar. Pokemon Conquest. I've always wanted to play Pokemon Conquest. What is Pokemon Conquest like? See some gameplay. This game always looked really interesting to me. Pokemon Trozy, dude. Yeah, wow, that's a callback. Holy shit. Oh, I know of that content creator, Minhai, but I have not seen that. No one dissed my first Wii game. Was your first Battle Revolution? That's really good, to be fair, for a first Wii game. I mean, I think that game is I really want to get a copy of Battle Revolution. Pokemon Duel? I respect it. The transfer pack from DS Revolution was peak. Besides Wii Sports. Dude, I will die on the hill that owning a Wii as an adult is literally worth it just to be able to play Wii Sports like once every 2 years. Like, dude, they're fucking so cheap. There's like millions of those consoles floating around, so you can often get a Wii for like $50. Like, bro, I don't know. It's so worth to just own a Wii and own Wii Sports just to pop that sucker in and play once a year, once every 2 years. Like, yeah. It's crazy how good the Wii held up. I don't know if I would go that far, personally. Like, I think a lot, because there's so much shovelware. A lot of Wii games are not, like 99, maybe like 90% of Wii games are not good. I respect it. I respect the take. I'm not saying it's objectively wrong. I'm just a person I disagree. But Wii Sports did hold up. Wii Sports is fucking fun. Kirby Yarn. I think I put it at a friend's house for a little bit. I've heard good things. I don't think I can give it a proper reviewer rating, Minhai. I'll be honest. 40 hours on Wii Sports, dude. It's so fun. I played so much tennis during. It's a banger. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Wii bowling. Growing up, I loved Wii tennis, and I still like it. But like, I think I might be like a baseball memer nowadays. For more tour, I didn't like bowling. Wii bowling, I didn't like growing up. It felt too slow. But now I feel like I do like it a lot more. I'm 1 hour dry my locked. Yeah, most definitely, 100%. 100% accurate you are. Yo, what's up, Flick? Happy to have you, dude. Who's up throwing their balls back? Okay, the Wii bowling reference is crazy. My favorite back then, yeah. I broke in 2 remotes due to fuck. I never I don't think I ever broke any remotes. I did. I mean, it sounds like a cartoon. I did accidentally fling a Wii remote into my cousin's family jewels, let's call them, when I was 11 or 12 on accident. Well, I don't even know if it was on accident. I'll be honest. I was a little gremlin. I was probably, yeah, Tom and Jerry, moment. Kind of true, dude. My first Call of Duty was War on Wii. Dude, I love that they're terrible. I love that they made the Call of Duties. Dude, they made Call of Duties on the Wii and also on the DS. I like vehemently want to buy all of the Call of Duty DS games and go play them and then like do a video on RetroPad about them because it's so funny that that's a thing, you know? Not, yeah, the Call of Duty existing on DS is unhinged. I also don't even know how the fuck do you emulate. Can you even emulate Call of Duty DS games? You probably need to like aim with the stylus and do some like weird shit. Like DS COD was incredible. There's no way there's no way it's good. COD on DS was crazy. I know that like COD Zombies on the iPod, like the first iPod Touch when that came out, that was like legit. That was a school time classic. That was like legit good for the time. I don't know about COD on DS. I have to give it a try. Not actually good, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful that it exists. It makes me very happy. I love that it's just, in my opinion, it goes to show we just didn't have video games figured out at all, you know? I've heard. I actually really want to try that. There's so many games to play, man. I want to try that franchise at some point, Jakes. I've heard really good things about Fossil Fighters. Heard very, very good things. Those are one of those DS games that some of them kind of hold a value because it's a good franchise. I didn't have it. No, dude, I totally get that, Sam Boehm. I totally get the, yeah, not having the console. So like what you did have was amazing. I was a Nintendogs guy myself. Nintendogs was banger. I always tell the story of I tried to play Nintendogs as an adult. I was like, oh, what a, I love, you know, replaying. I was like, oh, what a fucking beautiful nostalgic journey. Wow, I bet it still holds up. Let's go play Nintendogs as a 24-year-old. And then I quickly realized as I sat in the living room in front of my future wife's roommates and in front of my future wife going, troll, come here, troll, the pug, troll, come here, fetch, troll. It's fucking, I realized the amount of talking into your DS you have to do, the voice shit. You look like a psycho in 2025. Like, you look like an actual insane person. You cannot, I don't know if you can play Nintendogs as an adult in front of other. You have to play it alone. You have to like turn the lights off. Like you have to like turn the lights off. Like sit in silence and play Nintendogs alone if you're gonna do it as a 20+-year-old adult. It's fucking. It's tough, man. You can still do it, okay? Don't worry, but it's tough. The DS mic was so bad, dude. Remote from Halo 2. Oh, I definitely, dude. Yeah, wow, that's real as shit. The anger twist is so real. My husky was unstoppable in dog shows. Yo, based. Nintendogs was fire. It was good, man. 9 hours until what? Until your mom comes over. It's meant to be an arbitrary stopwatch. I need to like find a stopwatch to download. I think I've tried and I weirdly can't find one. How can I not find a downloadable stopwatch? How is that possible? There's like online timers, but there's not stopwatches. What did I just click as well? Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Okay, we're fine. It makes no sense. The Windows clock work. You want me to look at my clock, note down the time, and then subtract from the time what are we living in the 1800s, Fly Happy? Might as well get me a sundial at that point. Oh my goodness. That's a good idea. Shut up. Windows clock. I don't think Windows has a fucking stopwatch. I've looked, bro. How can I be so hot like you? Eat a lot of Doritos, energy drinks, Rice Krispie treats, jelly beans, pretty much all the most trash garbage food you can. Don't eat nutrients. Don't go to the gym very much. And then have good hair genetics. There you go. That's the hack. That's what you got to do to look like me, bro. Chips tier list. Did I do a chip tier list? We should do one if I haven't. There's just so many chips. Don't you have an app called Watch? No, everything's called fucking timer, but there's no watch. There's no stopwatch. There's the clock app, okay? The clock does not have a stopwatch. It's all timers. Wait, no, I know what it is. I know what it is. I'm sorry. I know what it is. There is a Windows clock. I lied. There is a stopwatch, but it's impossible to capture it with OBS. I don't know why. With Streamlabs. I remember this. I'm not a moron. I've tried. I usually try things and just fail. I don't know why, but Streamlabs like does not detect it as a program. It doesn't detect it as anything. It like cannot find it. I'm a moron, smiley face. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe okay. OG Taco Doritos S tier, not this new garbage taco flavor. Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese is fine. I'm a spicy, sweet, spicy, chili, purple Dorito kind of guy. Bro, I saw OBS is funky and my brain went to UB Funkies. I need to start making. I need to pick up a Taco Bell shift, boys. 'Cause I need to start making more money so I can collect more useless things. Real as shit, bro. I want to fucking collect UB Funkies, dude. They're gonna go extinct. People are buying up the market, man. I don't have a shiny Tenta, hilariously. And I respect it, Harry G. I'm a spicy sweet chili and then Cool Ranch guy. That's it. I've heard good things. I've not seen it. You lost me at hair genetics. Yeah, life's RNG, bro. It's better than extra. No, it is not, Frogger. However, this is a beginner testing. This is a beginner guide, so I'm assuming they don't have XP reamplifiers. But if you have a reamplifier, you should use it. Absolutely. Dude, hell yeah, Tober. Hey, nothing. Once again, I have no beef with like ×5 Horde, Shiny Ponyta, or Shiny Rapidash. I have no beef with. I do have beef with multiple single encounters, Shiny Rapidash Ponytas when you're like 80k dry, you know? It's so reading the sentence is so funny to me because I know nothing about the show. My only gripe with Invincible this season is why is even Mark worried about money? Can't Eve like make money? Question mark. I don't know why this is so funny to me. I don't know anything about the show, so it's just so funny to be like, why don't they just make money for it? It's so funny. It's so good. Yo, actually, true. Yeah, the biggest reason to get Reamplifier for sure is to get Everstones on Meowths, like unironically. Like the main reason to have one. It literally is that simple. It's that's that simple. Just earn money. I don't know the fucking, it's just very funny. Not knowing the context. What's up, Nans? We're testing a beginner money making method being EV training and XP training Pokemon for profit. I'm hoeing locked right now. Just for this until we get this done. I'm curious to see how many hours it'll take. It'll take a few hours to get 3 Smeargles to level 100. It's going to take a fair amount of time. Is that the simple? I think I'm cooked. Yo, aren't we all cooked? Dude, people love him. I don't know shit about it. Such a good show, Pat. Gotta watch it. I think I've never heard a bad thing about it. So like maybe I do, man. Maybe I'll ask my wife to watch it and then run through the plot for me. My wife loves TV shows, and there's certain shows where I'm like, I don't like. I'm really picky about shows. I don't know. I love watching long, good shows. I mean, I've watched all of Naruto multiple times. I've watched, you know, all of Better Call Saul. I love good shows, long shows. Desperate Housewives, Giga Chad. Watched all of that. That shit's like fucking 300 hours. That's fucking crazy. Fucking Desperate. It's a banger though, dude. I'll stand up for Desperate Housewives. Okay. What was I saying? Yo, thank you for the Twitch Prime, bro. 3 months from Tonto. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man. What was I gonna say though? Don't do it, Spidget. Is good. It unironically is crusty. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cope, but I think it's actually good. But there's certain shows that I watch the first few episodes and I'm just like, I don't care. I don't want to watch. I acknowledge it's kind of good, but I don't want to watch it. A good example is Paradise. I watched that. My wife really liked Paradise, or like decently likes it, she says. Full Metal Alchemist is obviously good. I mean, it's fine. Yeah. Dude, I'll be so honest. It's really tough. And like the rest of Naruto is super good. Ultimate, so I don't want to like, it is the rest. I think the war, it's like crucial to watch. It's a must watch in my opinion. But damn, dude, the pain fight, I do think is the best fight in the whole show. So it's really tough. Like, I think it's tough, you know? Paradise is okay. Yeah, my wife thinks Paradise is okay. Severance is the best TV show to ever exist. I mean, I'll fucking say it. It's ridiculous. I think it's the best show to ever exist. I think and we're only like halfway into season 2. Like, I think it's unbelievable. It's just, I can't even put into words. Severance is a perfect TV show. It's a perfect 10 out of 10. It's what everything should aim for. What was I talking about though? Fuck. Yeah, things like Paradise, things like Succession. It's so slow. I do not care to watch Succession, but it's a show that my wife just watches. She likes it, and she really liked it, honestly. And she just explains a lot of the plots to me. So there's a few shows like that where it's like I acknowledge it's interesting or cool or whatever, but I'm never gonna watch it. So she'll just walk me through it. There's nothing more wholesome than getting, ending your work day, your hardworking streamer day, than having your wife who binged a TV show all day and worked from home walk you through a TV show. It's amazing. Careful on spoiler talk when it comes to anything, guys. I will say. Full Metal Panic. I haven't seen that. Need to finish it. Shippuden is so worth, like, so unbelievably worth watching. Also, if you stop there, Spidget, that means you literally. It is shocking how many people stop right before the best fight in all of anime, which is Pain vs Naruto. True and real, objective fact. Not even a discussion. I feel like so many people stop right before that fight, and because it's like in the middle of a training arc, so I kind of get it, you know. A lot of training arc, but I like it. I don't know. I also love that Madara was better. Oh, I don't. No, it's good in its own way. Definitely not even better. Lee vs. Gaara. I'm sorry if you. Rock Lee vs. Gaara is an incredible fight that shaped the way anime fights were done. Okay, if you still think that's the best fight in Naruto, I feel like you haven't seen Shippuden or you're nostalgia brained, which I would even give you. Like, I would just give that to you. There's nothing wrong if you were like, Rock Lee vs. Gaara is my favorite fight personally. I'd be like, dude, I get it. I get how influential that was and how fucking good it is. Drunk Fist Lee versus what's his name? Kimimaru. Kimimaru is an amazing Naruto character who didn't get enough. Yeah, amazing, a beautiful character. No, I knew what you meant, which is all that matters. I agree. I still think that there's so many beautiful moments in the war arc that are fucking amazing. I haven't seen Akira, which is kind of a crime. I do have to watch that at some point. You watch. I did not like One Punch Man personally. I really tried to get into it. I watched the first 6 episodes. Did not. I mean, that is a banger. I'm with you, Harry G. That's a line is a banger, obviously, for sure. Even the voice Naruto pages, how many people connected was heavy. It's, yeah. True. Godly. Oh, I love you for I love you for that, Godly. That is the most underappreciated fight in the whole fucking show, Godly. Sasori is my favorite anime villain to ever exist. Sasori is a beautiful anime villain. Oh my god. Like, he's so good from initial impressions to like how his whole he doesn't get that, he gets like a fair bit of, like, not that many episodes compared to other things. He has more development and more of an arc and more, like, you see more of his story than most villains. Like, it's Sasori is so good, dude. That arc is very I kind of agree with you. I also just love Shikamaru. Shikamaru is my favorite Naruto character. So I agree. Not enough people talk about the Hidan Kakuza arc. I agree. People sleep on the I'm trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible. These words shouldn't mean much. People sleep on the Rasen Shuriken moment. I feel like the Rasen Shuriken moment is one of the I feel like when that happened, I was like, whoa, that's the best. Like, when that happened, I was like, wow, that's the best part of Naruto I've ever seen so far. Like, the Rasen Shuriken shit, that shit was wild. I just love, yeah. Sasori, whatever the fuck, is my favorite villain in all of anime. To dislike one people as a professional hater, I'm gonna be so honest. I think I just don't like comedy in anime most of the time, or like animes that are mostly based around comedy. I've given this take in the past. All of the most popular animes are always the ones that are more serious and don't lean into comedy. But there are so many, because it's a cultural thing. I feel like, I could be wrong. I think a lot of anime writers write a beautiful, amazing story, but they like are insecure or like not confident enough in their story, so they rely on like comedic relief when they don't need it. Right? There's a reason why Attack on Titan, Death Note, whether you love them or hate them, Full Metal, like, the best, most popular shows are the ones that don't have all of the comedic relief that most shonens and stuff do. I think Naruto's biggest downfall is its over-reliance on comedic relief. Well, I don't even know, but it's pretty good about it. I don't know. It depends. I feel like Naruto doesn't, in the middle of fights, rely on comedic relief too much, but a lot of animes do, and I think it really hurts it. Demon Slayer falls, well, kind of. Demon Slayer has some serious, but Demon Slayer kind of, My Hero really falls into this. Well, hey, I don't know. Now I feel like we're getting better. I feel like we're getting better at it. I feel like people are getting more, yeah. I mean, I love Shikamaru. I love Shikamaru. Shikamaru is my favorite. Yeah. I have not watched it yet, Michael, no. One of the, this is a hot take. Let me make sure I have the right anime. This was I rated this anime like a 1 out of 10. A lot of people love this anime, okay? A lot of people are going to hate that I'm giving this take, okay? Ranking of Kings, I think, is the worst modern anime I've seen in a really long time. I could not believe that people thought this anime was... Well, I do get it. I do believe it. Ranking of Kings has a good world, good characters, and a good plot, but the writing is atrocious, and the pacing is that of a like bullet pointed fan fiction. It makes no sense. I've never heard anybody else talk on Ranking of Kings except for I show, because okay, the biggest problem with the Ranking of Kings, okay, nothing has ever made me angrier watching an anime than this, okay? Mild spoiler alert for Ranking of, or like medium tier spoiler warning. Mute for a few minutes if you want to. So I'm warning you now. Medium spoiler warning for Ranking of Kings. Thank you, Starkey, for the sub. Thank you so much, actually. Thank you so much, man. You should be put on the list for that, Krusty. Anyways, so Ranking of Kings, right? The whole anime is about how weak the character is, and like, he's so weak that he can't do anything, right? That's the whole movie. But obviously, there's this like it's kind of known like, oh, he's so weak, but he's gonna get strong, right? So the whole first like 5 episodes are like, okay, this character is super fucking weak. He's like the son of a king. He's really fucking weak. He can't even lift a sword, right? How is he gonna use his weakness as a strength? Let's see what happens, right? Do you know what they do in like episode 6? In episode 6, they do an off-camera training arc. I'm not a time skip. In episode 6, they do an off-camera training arc, and it cuts at like 8 minutes into the episode, him being the weakest person in the world, and then he comes back and he's the best fighter. And why? They didn't even show what it is the worst thing. People ate it up. I have no idea why. I don't get it. That is the worst thing I've ever seen. It is the worst writing. I could not believe it, dude. I couldn't believe it. It was insane. It was the most horrendous. It's kind of funny, sure, but people were giving it like a 9 out of 10 anime, dude. Like people were calling it like a masterpiece when it came out, and I was like, bro, he literally just he was weak and then got strong. Yeah, I agree. It's because he's a likable character, but it's terrible writing and it makes no sense. Don't let fucking people get away with shit like that. Oh my god, it tilted me. It was horrible. Ranking of Kings. What I come into? What's up, Choco? God, Ranking of Kings, the worst pacing / writing I've seen. It's the worst. It sucks because it has good characters, good like design, good. I really like the art style. It's really unique. It had really good. It had really good potential, and then it was just the worst thing ever. No, there's the King's Avatar. The King's Avatar is phenomenal. The King's Avatar is beautiful. The King's Avatar is a Chinese anime, which is my favorite, one of my favorite animes, like top 3 of all time, probably. Really good. It's really, really sad, Matismo. Yeah, it sucks. It's just, yeah, I never even noticed. A lot of people don't, which is, I understand, but it drove me crazy, dude. It drove me crazy. You'd rather watch the training arc? Do I want to see progression and understand why someone got strong? Yes. 100%. No worries, Tobra. I almost said the same wrong thing or whatever. Yeah, you probably should explain why something happens the way it happens, right? Give me the short version. They didn't even do that. They just skipped. And then also, I don't know, training is just filler to me. I feel like this is I don't know. I don't agree. All opinions are valid, smiley face. I feel like this is it depends on how it's done. You can have really good training arc, aka the waterfall training arc in Naruto, right? Or a really bad one that's really like dull and boring and like shitty, right? Naruto's no, dude, you're telling me Naruto yes, 100%. Naruto has the best training arcs. You're trolling. Naruto's training arcs are amazing. The waterfall fucking arc, bro. That one, and then the are we just zoomer brained? I am crashing out over this. Are we zoomer brained, bro? Like, it's such important character development. Oh, you're arguing. Okay, I'm blind to the rage, Choco. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Naruto's fucking training arcs are so good, dude. The frog, when he gets nature energy, the frog shit, they use it to explain the world and explain the universe. It like oh my god, it's so good. Crash Out Tuesday. It's so good. Yeah, which I don't know. If you enjoy something at the end of the day, fuck all the critics who are like, actually the writing was bad, and actually the dialogue, and actually blah, blah, blah. If you enjoy it, who cares? It does, nothing else matters. If it brought you joy, right? I try to make that really clear when I critique things. I don't, just because I critique something doesn't mean people can't like it. That's insane. That's an insane, yeah. Training arcs are so important, dude. Training arcs are character development, right? It's like being like, okay, imagine you're watching some like drama, right? And then like, this is like not a great example, but imagine like you're watching some like drama, I don't know, fucking some drama show, and the main character is in a relationship for like 10 years, and then like they break up or some shit. You wouldn't want to see him just like all of a sudden get better or like time skip. The whole point of that show and that character is like seeing him go through that like spiral and the process and the emotions of like going through things. Like, it's so important, you know? I know what the character development is a line. There's a line, for sure. There definitely is a line, and I would definitely agree with you that a lot of animes use training arcs as filler. For sure. You're memeing, not get out of here, bro. And boys came in for real. Come watch your dude. It's so good. Yeah, for sure. But they found a teacher who could focus on his strengths. Got him a little sort of focus on the evasion. The whole training arc was about how Boji. They found a teacher, but they didn't show it. They showed him going into like an inn. I remember because I was watching the anime. I rewinded because I was like, I thought I skipped an entire episode when I was watching Ranking of Kings. I had to like go back and check. Like, did I skip a whole episode? Like, what? I must have. That's literally what happened. What could have popped? There's no way, right? He walks into an inn with someone and then pops out the next day and wins a tournament. And I'm like, what? What happened? And it's like, oh yeah, he's actually strong. That's the whole explanation. I couldn't believe it. I would not say I'm a Naruto filler enjoyer. I love Naruto. I honestly don't love a lot of Naruto fillers. The one Naruto filler that I did watch on accident that I'm really glad I did, all of the fillers that involve the like other Jinchurikis, I think those are the fillers that are actually like arguably not filler, like worth watching. There's the one with the Turtle Jinchuriki Naruto arc with the one girl who like makes crystals. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the three-tailed Jinchuriki filler I really enjoyed. I watched that one on accident because I just like kept playing instead of following my filler guide properly. Was completely off screen? Dude, I don't know. I remember watching it and I couldn't believe it. I would be somewhat okay with an 8, kind of, but I don't know. If the whole, I don't know. No, I can't even. If your whole anime is about, hey, let's watch the storyline of this weak character getting strong, and they do it in half an episode, it's the whole plot. What are we doing? Robot? Yeah, I didn't watch that one. Have you watched Death Note? Yeah, of course. Death Note's a really good like gateway anime. Death Note's solid. Whenever someone says Death Note's their favorite anime, it's a massive red flag to me. It's not a bad thing. It usually just means I usually say like, if Death Note's your favorite anime, I can take an educated guess that you've probably seen 5 or less anime, which is also okay. Like, I'm trying to think of like a good example. Like, there's tons of I don't know what's fucking good. If someone asked me my favorite like classic hip hop album, I don't know if I would give like a good enough answer. Like it's probably the one Gangstar album, but I'm not like, I haven't listened to that much classic hip hop to where I understand. I have like a super educated or super, it'd probably be Moment of Truth by Gangstar. But there are certain things like that where like it's, you know, it's okay to like, it's hot take. It's okay if you haven't seen 5 or more animes, right? I have not. That's on my list. I haven't watched anime as much over the past few years, unfortunately. Naruto, so many plot holes. I could see that. I don't mind plot holes as much unless they're like really egregious, but I get what you're saying. Shut the fuck up, Choco. Just find a shiny squid. I'd be okay with a shiny squid. Here's go watch Death Note. Say it's one of the best masterpiece. We have to rewatch. I think it's one of the best. Well, the problem is, okay, in my opinion, oh, what's it called? Fuck, what's it called? There's a mystery anime that's just better, or an anime like does a very similar thing that's just better. What's it called? Fuck. Why can't I remember it right now? Monster, I've heard very good things. I haven't seen it, so it's not that. It's the one with the what is it called, dude? Oh, your best. Yeah, let me see. I found it on a list. One sec. Let me. Erased. I think Erased is just better than Death Note. Not that they're totally comparable, but I feel like if most people have seen Death Note and most people have seen Erased, you'd always be like, oh fuck, Erased is just better. Yeah. Parasite, I've heard good things. I haven't seen it. Erased, mentioned Paul. Erased is so good. Erased is so good. Yeah, Erased is like really, I don't know. It's really fucking good. Another anime that doesn't overly rely on comedic relief. It's really fucking rough at times. It's a slideshow, brother. Sorry. I'm halfway through Blue Lock season 1. I have not, Tober. Kind of a sequel. Okay, hello. Parasite upset me. I haven't seen it. I've heard new Bleach is very, very good. I thought old Bleach was fine. I think I didn't really watch Bleach growing up. I watched it, what's it called? Yes, Zachary, you nailed it. The more psychological anime you watch, the lower Death Note starts to be ranked, in my opinion. Yes, I think there's just better options. It's kind of like, I mean, I had the same opinion with the movie Parasite, right? Parasite literally won Best Picture, and my brain can't comprehend that because I feel like Snowpiercer is literally just better. I don't understand. Parasite was like a fine movie. It was like an 8 to 8.5 out of 10. I don't know how it won Best Picture. I don't feel like it was. It could be worse, I guess. It could, you know. But like Snowpiercer is so fucking good. I think Snowpiercer is just the same. I mean, it's a, I shouldn't say same concept because it's really different, but it's a class-based movie. Gonna see the monkey. Yo, in theaters? Fucking hell yeah, dude. The cultural thing with Parasite. But what does that even... I get what you're saying. How it... Okay. But it's not a better movie than Snowpiercer. But I get what you're saying. Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is really good. I get it, dude. I watched Tarot. I haven't seen that. Top 2. Erase is so good. Parasite, I've heard really good things. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't talk on it. Watched ReZero. I tried. I also, another one is, what's the infamous one that I need to watch that everybody says is like the best time travel anime, but me and my wife have both tried to watch it and just cannot get into it. Steins Gate, thank you. Yeah, it's Steins Gate. I feel like I've needed to watch forever. Yeah, the one on the train, Zachary. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Thick Filet? I always hear like, from people I really respect. I hear like, oh yeah, Steins Gate is like amazing, and I have no idea. Ghost in the Shell's fine. I've seen it. It's not really for me. Evangelion. I haven't seen Evangelion. I do want to watch that. I have seen Code Geass, and I could not believe that people respect that anime. Then I have some, once again, we have some hot anime takes around here. We have some cold takes, okay? It's not all hot takes. Code Geass felt like an edgy 14-year-old's wet dream. I couldn't do Code Geass. Code Geass is peak anime. Code Geass is great. Maybe I just didn't get it. I'll have to watch it back. I need to watch it. I haven't seen Evangelion. To be fair, you have to consume a fair amount of gel banana to understand Steins Gate. True. Things over first season. I only watched the first 6 episodes of the first season of Code Geass, so that is my you know, I did drop it, you know. Way too edgy, but it gets better. There's like that scene. There's a scene in Code Geass where he jerks off on his glove, and he's like, "What have I become?" or something. It's so edgy. I can't, dude. It's so fucking crazy. Like, bro, you just jerked off. Relax. I don't know, dude. It's so fucking weird. Have you seen Invincible? The TV show? People were talking about that earlier. No, I haven't seen it. Like, come on, dude. Like, grow the fuck up, dude. There's a few animes that kind of... Yeah. I have not, Neobot. I have not. Literally edge... Shut the fuck up. I've heard good things about that, but I haven't seen it. Not there's also okay. Also, when it comes to anime, I haven't really fully adapted to this, and I have to get better. Paprika is probably my #1 anime movie that I need to watch. Choco, it's like it's like that and Millennium Actress and Paprika are the two like I need to watch those. The Twilight one, yeah, I was gonna say Devil's Line also has a edgy jerk off scene. That is true. That is true. But that's okay. That anime is meant to be. It's literally Twilight the anime. Like, so it's like meant to be like not. It's not it's cheesy, you know. It's meant to be cheesy. I feel like Code Geass, people are like, bro, this is like the Inception of anime, which is not a good sign because Inception's also a dog shit movie. I'm sorry. I really didn't like Inception. I really thought it was. I really did not like. I think I have seen The Green Knight, or I at least saw an explained. I have seen an explained for not the full movie, but I saw an explained for The Green Knight. Inception's not good, man. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. I thought it was so tip-tippy. I thought it was very like... It didn't seem actually interesting or deep. It felt like r/I'm very smart. But that sounds so mean to people who like it. If you like, I'm probably just r/I'm very dumb, okay? Maybe that's the problem, okay? There's like people who are too stupid to enjoy it, like me. People who think they understand it and enjoy it, who are turbo versions, and then the Giga Chads who just enjoy it. I'm sure there is a horseshoe there. Smooth brain takes. I just could not. I loved Interstellar. Interstellar is like I always say, if aliens came down and said, hey, what's the best movie you guys have created, I probably give them Interstellar. Interstellar is really fucking good. Inception, man, it just wasn't that. It wasn't for me. 60 IQ thoughts. True. I've heard good things. I have to watch it. I don't know it. So your favorite is the King's Avatar is like top 3. Interstellar is way better than Inception. Maybe it was because I watched Interstellar first and then went back to watch it. Like I watched Inception for the first time in 2024. So like maybe it was just like it just didn't age well or some shit. I don't know, man. It was just so tip-tippy. Interstellar is so fucking good. So good, dude. Killer Bean, that like the video game with the guy with the bean, the Killer Bean, you mean per se, perchance? The movie about the Killer Bean. Based. Now if aliens came down and said, give us your best piece of media, I hand them The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, Giga Chad, true and real. If they ask for the best movie, I hand them Interstellar. Even though it's not my favorite is Whiplash and Step Brothers and Saw 1. I do a horror movie, a comedy movie, and then a not horror, not comedy movie. Everything else. I didn't watch Tenet. I've heard good things. Whiplash is so good. It's my favorite, yeah. My favorite non-horror, non-comedy movie. This Christmas lo-fi? It was for a sec, okay? We move on, though. Miles Teller is... I just watched The Gorge. The Gorge is great. I would give The Gorge like a 9. It's not quite a 10. And I'm also... I'll be honest. I think personal... If I were... Critics did not like it that much, which I'm shocked by. There's like a few points that's kind of cheesy. It's kind of whatever, but... I really like The Gorge. Yes, I think that if I were to like be a critic, Choco, I'd probably give it an 8. But personally, I gave that movie like a 9.8. Like, personally, I really liked it. I don't care how good, dude. I would for sure. That's basically the retelling of me and Casey. Like, I love, yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller, dude. Oh, it's so good. I thought the like, I don't want to spoil too much, but like the creature design was so interesting and unique. I know, I loved it, man. I loved it. She's worth it for real, dude. True. She might be on. I promise I can't talk about The Gorge without spoilers, and that movie came out like 10 days ago. I'm not gonna say too much, but watch The Gorge. Movie 2. I love Miles Teller, dude. I love him. Daddy Teller. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. The scruff. Or of the hit. I kind of agree with that. There were moments where it felt super rushed. The ending definitely, dude, the last like 20 minutes, there were definitely a few moments where it was like, every moment, I'm trying to do no spoilers. Every moment was so fucking intense. Like, it was all so stressful. And then all of a sudden, like, they would overcome a certain thing, but they still have like a little bit to go. And you're like, oh my God, when's this roller coaster gonna end? And they just like cut to black and it's like, oh yeah, they're good. Like, there were a few times in the last 20 minutes where I was like, what? Why the fuck did they just skip that? Like, I was like totally locked in, you know? Careful on, I know it's like really light, but like careful on no spoilers. I haven't seen Bullet Train. I've heard that movie was very divisive. Some people love it, some people hate it. I haven't seen it. What's up, the Samurai? How you doing, dude? I really liked The Gorge. I personally recommend it. I really liked it. No, that's fair, Choco. I didn't watch the trailer, so that's also, sorry if that's fair. A good bar. It is crazy. I always say it's crazy. I feel like trailers will straight up spoil movies nowadays. I had this whole rant recently with I don't want to talk about it too much, but like, yeah, they really are. Horror movie, it depends. I mean, this is I'm gonna drop the coldest take that movie fans have ever heard. A24 makes phenomenal trailers. It's always like, it gets you interested, but it doesn't spoil a damn thing. You know, like A20, like coldest take, like imaginable. Movies are usually whoa, you think that's a hot take, Choco? That's a hot take. I feel like A24 has been killing it lately. Bro, I loved the whole X-Pearl. What's the third one? I love that whole trilogy. I think the third one was the weakest, but it was still good. A24. Yo, I cannot wait for is it called Friendship or whatever? Oh, with Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd. Oh, I can't wait for this movie. This movie's gonna be so weird. I'm so excited. Wait, how are there already, bro? Why do fucking people get early access? There's already like Rotten Tomatoes scores and Metacritic scores for Friendship. I think this movie releases in like it releases in like May. Its release date is TBD. Why do we already have like Rotten Tomatoes scores for it? What? I'm excited for Friendship. Fucking love Tim Robinson. Yes, 100% agree. It's always the best. Ooh, it depends. It's kind of a good. I mean, the easiest counter argument. Actually, the Star Wars prequel, the Clone Wars, that was the weakest in my. You know, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. But I kind of get what you're saying. Yo, what's up, Guillermo? How you doing, dude? Dude, A24. They're kind of fucking, what's it called? A24 is really setting a new standard. I feel like A24 is like mostly low budget most of the time. Like they're bringing art back in movies, but also not being pretentious about it. Like they're just making good stuff. Like it's really that simple. I have not, Choco. But like I get what I'm not gonna like actually get a raid. I get like you're saying though, like on average, and I can kind of see where you're coming from. Always some exceptions. No, you're making an on average argument, and I can kind of get where you're coming from. Cars 2. I don't know if I've seen Cars 2. I'll be so honest. Why did I say H like I'm British? Ugh. HTTY. Yo, I ignored a Fourthium resub. We replay it. Fourthium. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning to you, soldier. How you doing, King?
Good morning.
Thank you for the sub, dude. Thank you for the Primarino for 9 months. Much love to you, dude. Beat semi for sure. Yo, nice, Colton. Congrats. Good progress. Good progress. Scoot in a fair bit there. Okay, still no shiny so far. Maybe I'm chilling, chat. Tied together? What the fuck? How to Train Your Dragon. Thank you. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? People abbreviate How to Train Your Dragon to HTTYD. I know it's a long word, but like, damn. I might need to check it out, Gim28. I might need to check it out. Are you giving acronyms for How to Train Your Dragon? That's like fucking, yeah, guys. Did anybody see FNFD in chat? Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. It's like giving acronyms for. It's kind of like Pixar movies is kind of hilarious. But I mean, I think I've seen that acronym used elsewhere as well. So he's right. He is right. We're just old. Use Flockarina? Probably fly. Ooh, wait 1 sec. All right, the first XP charm did just come to an end. We're at level 76, 74, 77. I'm probably going to do a quick IRL stretch break if we're gaming for this many hours in a row. Take your stretch breaks, refresh your waters, etc., etc. I'll pop the XP charm in a quick second. We'll get right back to it. I'm going to pause the timer while I take a quick pee break, chat. I'll be right back, fellas. Quick pee break. You guys are also all required. You're all mandatory. Take a pee break, chat. Take a water break. Take a stretch break. I'll see you in a second. Be right back. Ooh, okay. I do not have you blocked on Discord, Choco. We know that, right? Are you just memeing? Wait. Let me go check. I do not have you blocked on Discord. You did say how we doing, Gamer Boy, and I didn't respond because I was busy. So that is kind of the same as being blocked, which I'll acknowledge. That's kind of my bad. That's kind of fair. I'll give you here. I'll send you a little kissy emoji. There we go. We're fixed. Gotta check. Wait, I did. I was for sure. Never. I'm getting baited. I'm too easily baitable, fellas. Well, actually, I do have to do the okay. All right, we are back after our little break. However, I'm gonna have to pop another XP charm, which is gonna cost more Pokeyen. So that is gonna be a plus 46k more cost. But keep in mind, each of these Smeargles should end up selling for like 300k Pokeyen a piece, maybe about 280 or so. So even if just maybe like 250, 280, somewhere in that range. So even if just all three of these can sell, that's like 900,000 Pokeyen coming in. If it takes us 3 hours to level all these Pokemon, sell them all off, it should be like a really decent profit. Just that's like 300k Pokemon an hour or whatever. But you have to minus the cost or whatever. So if we can finish these within 3 hours, that would be pretty good, which we should be able to do. I actually have no idea how long it will take, so I'm curious to see. We are currently 2 hour and a half. Are we really only an hour and a half in? Wait, is that true? Wait, yeah, wow. Okay, I actually can't believe. Wow. Okay, not too bad at all. I'll probably get these done to level 100. My guess would be in this next XP charm, so within the next hour would be my guess. So if it takes like 2.5 hours, that could be some crazy Pokeyen per hour. It just depends. Okay, I don't want to say it just depends. I just am more locked in or focused. Are these are all what's it called, clips, correct? I believe these are all train for profit clips. Okay. Bro, the stream recap is like 3 minutes long. We need some. Anybody have any PokeMMO questions instead of not that it's your guys' fault. I'm the one who fucking talked about it, but we've talked about A24 in movies for the past it's fucking 2 hours of stream. Sometimes you just need that, dude. No PokeMMO questions for go stream, dude. Kind of true, man. Kind of true. You trim armor in this game? Not yet, man. When are you gonna get your next shiny? Never. Why are you playing it? Fun. We'll see. I'm honestly not sure. The if any is a good question, Knack. It's gonna depend on the market at the time when I go to sell. It's gonna depend if it's worth the time and ups the value. Depends. Yeah, I heard good things about the Overwatch perks and stuff. I haven't played it yet. Don't have the time. Upcoming update that we might see. The problem is like what upcoming the problem is we just have no idea. Like it's just so post event season, we're just in the dark for the most part, which sucks. About lack of communication for the 50th time, but I think that's like a known, you know. So nice encounter. It would be a Alomola or Audino. Probably a Alomola. It's a really good shiny that I really want. It's the one that I ate for the most. Best spot for Growlithe shunting? It's kind of a personal preference. It's a great question. It depends on how you want to shunt it. Some people, because I know there's like a ×5 horde spot that's like you can do it whenever, but it's like split 50-50 or something. There's a spot that's or like maybe it's like a day and night. There's a few different spots that are kind of debated. I don't know if it's like known which Growlithe spot is the best. I think it's kind of debated over. There's one spot that's like day nighttime dependent. There's one spot, so Kanto Pokemon Mansion Horde. It's like on the 2nd floor, I believe, of the mansion. Or like if you're British, it's the 1st floor, I believe, right? Because British people you say ground floor, and then the 2nd floor is the 1st floor, which is insane and confusing. Or there's Route 7 days. I think this is a ×3 horde for sure, and it's probably split. It's really debated. what the best growl spot is. It's a good question. It's a tough one. I was working on alphas earlier for quick capital build up. Yes, for sure. Generally, selling alphas when you catch them is just, you can like wait if you want to like get maximum value out of it, but it's totally fine to just sell, in my opinion. Do you think there's someone out there that has an almost complete vanity collection? Oh man. This is a legit interesting question that I've never thought about. Do you think there's someone out there that has an almost complete vanity collection? Man, I kind of don't think so, because there's just so, okay. No, I don't know if anyone's ever gone for that. You know, one of every single vanity in the game. Number one, you would need all of the gift shop vanities, which most people don't really care for, like the beanie and headphones. Some people like these, but like they're kind of just like, you know, credit card swipe vanities. If you want them for a cool outfit, awesome, but they're not generally, these are not generally like desired or beloved vanities, right? For the most part. Some have some, you know, there's outliers, but then there's also like hyper rare things like the Q hat, the Desu lab coat. There's also untradeable vanities like the spooky arms from like 2015 Halloween boss. That's untradeable. You had to have played that event. There's untradeable vanities from like each Halloween year. Like in 2016, there was like the hockey master. There was the hockey mask, the spooky arms, the like shield that like I have, for example. Like, dude, I don't know if there is anybody. It depends on what your definition of like close to complete set of vanities is. There's also like, there's only one. So the rarest vanity in Pokemon, for those who don't know, is something called the party hat, which is kind of ironic because in RuneScape it's also very, you know, rare and valuable. There's an item called the party hat, which only one exists of in the entire game, and it's kind of known who has that. So like, do you just not count that? Do you count everyone immediately as -1? Everyone except that one person who owns the one party hat? Like, that's tough. Like I don't know if there is. There's just so many. I don't know if there is somebody with a complete. I don't know if there is with somebody even close to a complete alpha set being like, or sorry, vanity set. Excuse me, vanity set being like 5 to 10. They're missing like 5 to 10 vanities in the entire game. That'd be my. There maybe is 5 or less people, maybe, but even that I don't know, man. I don't think so. It's a really interesting question. I don't know if people really go for a complete vanity collection like that. It'd be cool to see people start going for it. The hardest ones are the Q hats, the Desu lab coats, the really expensive, the billions of Pokeyen vanity. Having all of those is just like step one, let alone the untradeable. To have all the untradables, that's a ton, dude. I wouldn't personally. I feel like if you want, I mean, that's awesome. If you want to, I think that's really cool. I don't know if that's something I personally would aim for, Mike, because I feel like there's just better strategies. I feel like just sticking to like the Sinnoh strat or like the one rerun is generally more efficient, but it's cool to have options. I mean, do what you enjoy. What's up, DZ? Yeah, I don't know if anyone's. It's a great question. I wish the game also sorts the exact XP has when it's over by level. I respect that. Dude, the extra PC sort functions are so nice. That was a good question, Jakes. I think of like other rare. There's just so many rare memes. Like no one's even close to we talked about this, like a full shiny Pokedex takes like hundreds of years. Like that's not possible for a player to really viably get unless we like make some really crazy advancements in modern medicine. Get people living at 300. A full team shiny dex we're kind of close to. Team Mister is very close to a full team shiny dex. Exclude the untradables with his party hat. If you exclude untradables and exclude the party hat, and so if you start excluding things, obviously I think it becomes a lot more viable. But I think it's the more interesting question is to not. I think it's cool to not exclude and try to see if there is any. I really don't think so, but like it's really interesting. Yeah, okay, Jaden Smith, yeah. The good what the fuck up. What's up, Danny? How you doing, dude? How you doing, man? And it's a new kiddo right now. I got 4 from level 100 and 3 amulet twins. So that's decent. Like if you enjoy it and you have fun with it, that's all that matters, Mike. What's the math? I'm at 2. I have to remember this. Let me copy paste this. 450k over 3 hours. Is that profit or is that like with like subtracting amulet coin cost or no? The problem is I wouldn't recommend players do a money making method that makes 150k. I don't think that's worth it. But once again, if you enjoy it, fun is more important than efficiency, right? I usually try to stick to like, I mean, 150k is like the minimum I'd recommend. So it's not, but like, I usually would recommend players like just do the 1 hour of trainer run. Super easy and fun. Yeah, that's all that matters. If you enjoy, that's all that matters. Super easy and fun. Hell yeah. I used 45k. Yeah. It's kind of like there are certain people who do, when they do Jimmy runs, they do like every single gym in the entire game, right? And that's obviously inefficient, but for some people, that's just fun. It makes it feels better to get them all done as opposed to skipping around, which I super get, you know? Yeah, but yeah, in my opinion, I usually recommend, I try to stick to recommending like 200k Pokeyen plus money making methods per hour, but it depends. 150k is the lowest I would go. Maybe closer to like 180, 200k plus. If you really enjoy, I think 150k is fine. I ended up not getting the snake. I ended up taking, I could afford it. I ended up taking and investing it into Lucky Reds. Yeah, fair. What should you do with one Jimmy Run team if they never Jimmy Run because they think it's boring? Another shunt. What should one do with a Jimmy Run team if they never Jimmy Run? Maybe I'm Cope. I would still keep it. Maybe I'm Cope. Good question. I would still keep it just in the off because like. This is a legit funny / interesting question. Something, Pat, what should one do if they own a Jimmy Run team, but they never actually Jimmy Run because they think it's very boring and they'd rather just shunt? I still think it's worth to just keep the team. Like I wouldn't sell it or anything like that because on the off chance you have the urge and energy to do a Jimmy Run, that one Jimmy Run is going to pay for the whole team, right? If you do one Jimmy Run with that team for the rest of your PokeMMO career, it's still worth to keep the team. So just having that option, I think it's genuinely still worth to keep it versus like sell it, even if you don't use it right now. I think just also collecting and building up utility Pokemon like that is part of the fun of PokeMMO. I don't even know German. It's a good question. It's close to 8 times 5, but a little bit less. First play around and see what's efficient and then find out what you really find fun. That's a good way to go about it, I think. Yeah. If you're so broke, yeah, very dangerous spot. I'm okay with a Tentacruel. I'm doing it for a challenge, hoping to get a shiny. I don't have a shiny Tentacruel, so I'd be okay with one. I'm doing a challenge where I do a like money making as a new player elo. And I'm testing XP training and EV training as a new player. And a new player isn't going to have access to Mount Silver. So this is the next best XP training spot. I'd be a little bummed with the Tentacruel, but I don't know. I'd be fine with it. That's true as well. I think there might be a few more unusual ones like that, German, but I could be wrong. I forget the 3 in striation. That's a good point. A new player. True. Yeah, I gotta calculate the shiny Tenta value into the money per hour because obviously a new player would also get a shiny. Yeah, because a new player shiny RNG. True. That's a good point, Elo. so hard. G's. Sometimes it's brutal. I think I really like randoms PvP. There's definitely matches where I don't know. I love it 'cause I think there's so much skill to it. Hilariously, where like if you get the shittiest team possible, what you have to. One of the biggest skills in randoms that is under talked about is adapting your playstyle based on the team you're given. If your team is dog shit, you have to make more aggressive plays and more aggressive predictions to be able to take out the win. And when you get that win with the dog shit team, oh, there's not a better feeling. Oh my god, it feels so good. It's so satisfying. And I always say like 8 out of 10 randoms games, in my opinion, are like pretty even. And then like 1 out of 10 is almost unwinnable, and then 1 out of 10 is almost unlosable, right? That's the basics RNG of like randoms PvP. But if you can try to take that 1 out of 10 that's like almost unwinnable and turn it into a win, it skyrockets your win rate. Like it's so good. It just takes time. I think a big thing I notice, my first question would be, how long are you letting those Pokemon sell for? And something I notice, and it's tougher because when you're a newer player or you're trying to get that capital, that profit, you just need the Pokeyen faster, right? Like you just need it more, right? Breeding for profit is really good for endgame players because if you have 5 mil, right, you can spend 600k of it to breed for profit and then let that 600k in value sit on the GTL and not even blink an eye, not worry about it, right? And then turn it into like 1.2 mil, right? But if you're a newer player and you only have like 400k and you spend that 400k to breed for profit, you may turn that into like 800k, but it's gonna take like 2 to 3 weeks for like listings to sell, right? That's like that's normal. The biggest thing is just price checking is just really hard. Like I make mistakes. Like price checking is just, the skill ceiling for price checking is crazy high, you know? There's just so many things to factor in. There's so many things to forget. So I think a common mistake that I see a lot of new players do is over price check. Here, this is a good question. Someone in chat said, I have some trouble like selling my Pokemon. Do you have any tips? And there's 2 things I would initially ask, which is number 1, like how long are your Pokemon sitting for? Which is just like, I think, and it's tougher when you're a newer player. When you're a newer player, I was explaining, when you're a newer player and you spend 400,000, if you have 400k and you spend like 200k to like breed for profit, and then you're like, you turn a 200k Pokemon into like a 350k, right? You might have to wait like 2 weeks for that to sell, right? Like it might take, that's the average, like 2 to 3 weeks for like a listing cycle. That's normal, right? But when you're a newer player and you only have 400k, you spend, you really need that Pokeyen back faster, right? So as a newer player, sometimes selling for not maximum profits is more ideal to get the quicker sales. And then as well as, it's just tougher when you're breeding for profits. It's just more difficult, right? The more Pokeyen you get, it's going to be, the rich get richer is true in PokeMMO. It really is. The more Pokeyen you get, the more Pokeyen you'll be able to make. When you have 5 mil, you can spend 600,000 Pokeyen on a few breeds for profit, turn it into 1.2 mil, and you don't mind just letting it sit there and waiting 2 to 3 weeks, right? The other thing to factor in, I see a lot of newer players, and it's just because price checking is hard. Price checking is really difficult. The skill ceiling, the floor is pretty low. The ceiling is tremendously high. I make mistakes all the time when price checking. There's so many things to forget. There's so many things to factor in. Pokemon are very complicated, right? With egg moves and things that particles, people forget. It's a lot, right? Specific species that may be valuable for specific reasons, etc. But I think people will sometimes over price check. And what I mean by that is, if you have a flying egg group male Pokemon, okay? Let's say you have a flying egg group male, right? And it has 31 attack and 31 speed, right? If you price check that, okay, it's about 36, 38k, right? But let's say it has 220 plus IVs, right? Let's see what that, okay, 50k. This is a not great example. It's kind of good, but let's do like, sometimes you'll get a result back that is not actually accurate. Let's do a 3 times. Let's do this. Let's say we have a flying A group male Pokemon that's 20 plus HP, 20 plus defense, and then 3 times 31. However, 2 of those 31s are in attack and special attack, which is not really great, right? So we see this one for like 70k. Does that 20? I don't know if I would call this quite an accurate price check, but it's tough to tell. Unfortunately, I'm not getting a great live example. Yeah, unfortunately, that was pretty accurate. I'm not getting a great live example. The point I'm trying to make is that sometimes people will put in too many digits, too many factors into a price check, and it will return them with like a ludicrous number, which is not actually accurate at all, right? If I were to do something like a specific species, it might give me a better example. Let's go ahead and get, sorry, I'm on a timer really quick. Let me get back to my XP training spot. Look up like, what's a nicher species that's, let's do Zoroark, right? A nicher species that's valuable. We'll do a Zoroark. We'll do 31 special attack, 31 speed. And let's say that it also has 25 plus HP and 25 defense, right? But now we get this one, which has 31 HP, 25 plus defense. Like, this one's much better than the one that we have, right? Now we've kind of implemented too many specific numbers, and it's returning us a Pokemon that's too good. So what I would normally do here is I would lower these. You want to make it less. Now it's still too high. So what I would do here is just get rid of these numbers. I think a lot of new players, you want to get maximum profits out of your Pokemon, right? But sometimes people take it too far, and people like over specify their search, and it gets them a hyper specific number that isn't actually going to sell for that price, if that makes sense. More patient. It's true. It's also hard. I give like newer players a lot more empathy and credit, like when it comes to being patient, waiting for your stuff to sell. Because once again, you just need the Pokeyen more, like genuinely, right? So it's tough. It's okay to be like, yeah, I got to be more patient, but it's also hard. I get it, you know. Your first 10 mil will be the hardest Pokeyen you ever make, is something I always kind of say. Like, your first 10 mil will be the hardest, and everything else after should be notably easier. Your next 10 mil after your first 10 mil is like 20% as hard. What's this clip?
This is a legit interesting.
Okay, shut up, Video Patrouski. That also, yeah, I mean, that is also a trap. You'll see players get it. Well, they'll earn the money and they'll just spend it, and then it's not actually easier. If you have 10 mil that you're using to make Pokeyen, you'll make a lot of money, right? If you have 10 mil that you spend on a vanity, then not really going to be easy. It's a good point. Your help, dude. I appreciate the good questions. Watching your videos. These are great live stream questions where, like, I can't really make a video answering the questions you're asking, which are my favorite kind of questions, because like that's what a live stream is all about, man. I really appreciate your questions. I appreciate good questions a ton. I'm asking my money to make more. It's tough, man. It's a mental switch for sure. It's tough. Yeah, half the time I just look at the 31 IVs. Dude, yeah, I get it. It depends on sometimes it's just worth the longer I play, the more I value just selling something quickly. That is definitely something, like, I probably get into that to too egregious of an extent, but like, sometimes just getting stuff on the GTL, get it listed, is just better than taking the time to perfectly price check it. When I have so many Pokemon that are unlisted in my boxes, you know? Okay, yo, good luck, Tober. That's exciting, man. Is it like you with like a group of friends, or are you solo group Iron Man, the true sweaty journey? The problem is, okay, YouTube doesn't really work like that, right, Zephyr? I could do like what would you title it, right? You wouldn't title, like, the problem is a video has to be about a subject, right? It has to be like about it has to be like about a subject. If a video is just random specific questions that I go into detail here and there, I could do kind of a montage of it, but that's what stream recaps are, you know? I kind of do that with stream recaps, right? Stream recaps are largely FAQ. Yes, I meant to schedule, I meant to do a shiny rating. I meant to schedule one for this Thursday, but I didn't get around to it. Can you make a Q&A? I mean, I can't. It's kind of just what stream is, you know, once again, but we could do a more official one if people want that. Do you have more like detail or like specific answers versus like live on stream or whatever? Just going to rotate the time. Do you think it would be good to rotate the in-game time every couple of months? I.e., I can only play a certain time every day due to work and being a father, and only be able to play the game on in-game mornings. I think that's honestly, I mean, I don't see why not. I feel like that would just make things more accessible, less consistent for like daily players, but I think that's fine. I think it's fine to have also, but the daily players might find it more refreshing. Because I get, yeah, it affects you. It sounds silly for certain people who don't care about the in-game time, but yes, with certain shiny hunts, it really affects it. That was something I noticed for a while. Whenever I was doing like nighttime shunts or vice versa, I always start stream at the same time every day, and it affected like what shunts I was able to do for sure on stream, unless I like stream for enough hours to like get all the way around, right? No, it's a really interesting question that I feel like that's like a suggestion box forum post worthy question in my opinion. I would like, if you're passionate about it and have the time, make a forum post and being like, hey, like, is this possible? I think it makes it more accessible for the casual players and more refreshing for the more hardcore. It's a great question. 63 questions in Pokemon. I mean, that'd be the funny, yeah. A Google form, yeah. Okay, it's not a bad idea. Full Hoenn starter team? Yo, hell yeah, DZ. That's fun. What soap do I use? Irish Spring. There you go. FAQ done. I love me that cheap Irish Spring. Because people say the downside of Irish Spring is that it dries out your skin, but I have like abnormally wet skin. Like I'm like abnormally like oily. So I've never been dried out. It's perfect. Forums, yes, that's a good topic to talk about, Matt. What do you use for your eyebrows? A little bit of shampoo. Protect fly sap. Isn't that a tournament, DZ? That's amazing. Abnormally wet skin is crazy. I'm a man of truth, okay? I be spitting facts on stream. It wanted to be sold. 5 Shalfa eggs today. I would do 5 eggs maybe. I'm probably kind of down after this challenge. Remind me, Starkey. After I'm done this, hope I can finish this challenge today. That's the next big step, is just finishing this. Beard grease on his eyebrows. Bro, I had a friend gift me some like beard oil. And I'm over here like, why would you want your beard to be more oily? But obviously he's right. He's like very into it. The countdown is just an arbitrary. It's essentially a budget stopwatch, BlueStack, because I don't have a stopwatch. So I just put it at 10 hours. So we've been doing this specific grind for 2 hours. That's it. That's it. It's a poor man's stop. We can't afford a stopwatch. True and real. Oh, yes. Yeah, I did get that. Wait, that's an amazing throwback question. Yes, I did get the shiny Cranidos. Yes. That's an amazing throwback question. Wow. That's been a while, dude. Hell yeah. You're a fucking OG then, Frogger. How's our XP? We're like 83-ish. I'm not getting quite the XP I wanted to in this. I'll probably have to do one more charm. We'll see. I'll probably end up at like level 90s would be my guess. I swear randoms put choice on those random mods. I might need to queue up some randoms, man. That sounds really fun. Refreshing. Oh, I did a guesstimate. It took around 150 mil for Cranidos. It would have been way more expensive nowadays. I kind of got a little lucky. Like it was like skull fossils were cheaper back then. They were like 6 to 8K most of the time, not like the 10 to 12 they are now. So fossils were cheaper as well as eggs were cheaper. Yeah, this is still the encounter counter that there is a new encounter counter that a lot of people prefer. So I want you to pick the one that you prefer, Zwilus. I use GEC or Gillen's encounter counter, which is no longer supported. Like there's no updates and stuff like that, but I honestly just personally like it. A lot of people really like Archetype though, so you could check out Archetype as well. It's really up to personal preference. Some people say that like GEC does not work on the computer at all, and some people say that Archetype does not work at all. So it's like a, you know, it was lucky, Soapy. It was lucky. A good moment. Oh, I just ran instead of fighting. Kick W. I definitely am. If I wasn't doing a money making challenge, I would definitely do that, J Strub, or a test rather. I shouldn't say. It's not like a long term challenge, just like a few hours. I definitely will do that at times. It depends. It depends. Like, well, even like if you're like getting close to 100, rare candies becomes like viable. Like when you get to like level 9, they're so cheap. They're like 8K, 9K a piece right now. Rare candies are so cheap. Like. I don't even know that one. Oh, and that's cool to know the different options, Legion. Wish protect Salamence. Wait, you're cooking? I'll definitely use XP candies early on. Feel pretty good when the Pokemon's level, like during the storylines and stuff. I feel like XP candies on alt accounts for storylines will become a little more normalized over the next few years. Oh, how are amulet coins? Wait a minute. I just saw an amulet coin at 20K. Dude, I haven't heard anybody talk about this. Amulet coins are back to normal. What happened? That's so weird. Oh, I know what happened. It's because of Richest Charms, right? Richest Charms. Yep. Richest Charms. Massive supply increase from the Lunar New Year event. So Richest Charms are an item that are only available during events, and generally like the Lunar New Year event's the biggest one for them. And they're a competing item for Amulet Coin. That's interesting. So Amulet Coins were like, dude, Amulet Coins reached like 30K a few weeks ago. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy, dude. So it's good to see them go back down to a normal-ish price. Anywhere from like 15 to 20K is generally kind of normal. 25K is getting a little high, and like 30K was... I hadn't seen the Amulet Coins at 30K for like 6 years. It had been a long time. That was a big deal when they spiked like that. So it's interesting to see them go back to normal price after a different item supply increase. Just interesting little point in the market. How much does it cost someone to shipping a BP move? Example, Eruption, Heatran. Ooh, that's a good question. It depends. It depends on the move. Depends on if you're not in a guild. If you're not in a guild, it's instantly tougher. Try to have a friend, but obviously if you don't have any friends in game or a guild mate, you could go to like a Discord or a community where someone is well known and has vouches. That's tough, man. I'm gonna be honest. That's a tough one. You could also obviously like farm the BP yourself, but that's, you know, tough. You don't always want to do that. I get that. Sometimes you have the Pokeyen, but not the BP. This is a huge reason I save. Like I have 66K BP. I save a lot of BP just in case a teammate or a friend or someone like that needs a move like that. I could probably do it for you for the correct price, Tomers, but I'm in the middle of a kind of a timer challenge right now, so I'd have to do it after this, and I don't know how much longer I'll be live for this, so we'll have to see. Yeah, some people have some crazy amounts. I save my BP and I'm at 66k BP, but there's 200k BP. Someone has like over 1 million BP. I know there's someone has over 1 million in my chat sometimes. I respect the ultra BP savers. Over 1 million is crazy. That's a cool stack. What is BP? BP is battle points. It's like a different kind or an extra currency in PokeMMO. You earn it from defeating the Elite Four, PvP, and like certain PvM activities like the Red Refight, I believe, and the Battle Tower. You use BP to buy choice items, things like choice bands, choice scarfs, choice specs, toxic orbs, certain items like that in PvP and such. I'm testing a beginner money making method where I EV trade and XP trade Pokemon for profit, and I'm assuming if they're beginner players, they're not going to have access to Mount Silver Hero Chamber. That's why I'm at Tentacruel. Also, I rolled a D4 at the beginning of the stream and locked myself to a region, and to do the challenge in, kind of simulating like, oh, a newer player who has like one region done, you know? Yeah, that makes sense, fellas. You get a fair amount of BP just from playing the storylines for sure. It's like 3,500 per Elite Four times 5. That's all. Yeah, people are saying. Let me go bring up like PokeMMO Hub. People are talking about mysterious balls are up. Let me go check my investments. How are my investments doing? PokeMMO investments. Tech W. They're kind of the same. I don't think I have many. They're kind of the same as when I last checked. Someone said cherish balls went up though. That's cool. I can believe, but it's Mysterious Great Ball 2023's went up so well, man, recently, which has been nice. Mysterious Pokeballs have gone up considerably already. Lucky Reds were the big one for me, where it's like, holy shit. I'm up 50% on Mysterious Great Ball 2023s, up 52% on Mysterious Pokeballs, and then up 37% on Lucky Reds. These were literally investments that I made during the most recent, these were investments made in the Christmas and Lunar New Year event. So these are like 1 to 2 month long investments, okay? Keep that in mind. I spent 77 million Pokeyen making investments like 2 to 3 months ago, right? So within the past 3 months, I spent 77 mil on investments. I've gained 34 mil. So I turned 77 mil into 111 mil within 3 months. Well, I constantly say, like, investing in PokeMMO is, if you have capital, it's the easiest. It is rich get richer for sure. It's the easiest way to like make insane yen. How about 2015? There is so much new stuff. I mean, that's beautiful, man. Welcome back. 2015 was a great era. That was the Hoenn release year, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful time to play. I was also playing back then, not as actively, but great time in the game. Game has changed a lot. If I were to recommend you one thing, if I were to recommend you something, as if you're sorry to backseat you immediately as you return, but if I were to offer you one piece of advice as someone who also returned to the game in 2021 after like a 2016 to 2021 break was my break. I have a playlist called Everything That Happened in PokeMMO, the PokeMMO Yearly Recap. So I'm gonna link these to you. So in this, it's not gonna recap all the way back to 2015, but this playlist will recap. It has everything that happened in 2024, everything that happened in 2023, 2022, and 2021. There's 4 videos on this playlist that recap each year. Yes, I played Pokemon Revolution online during its release, and then I also played Poke1 during its release. I'm really kind of infamously not a fan of Pro. it's a fine. I wouldn't call Pro bad, but it's not even in the like top 4 Pokemon MMOs. It's just like so down on the list for me. If you like it or enjoy it. Like I'm not, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's bad or wrong or someone else can't enjoy it. It's just I really was not a fan. I don't think the economy is sustainable. I don't think the trading system is good. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Pro. Pro was supposed to be like the original PokeMMO killer, and people were really excited for it when it released back in the day. And then it kind of really fell flat really, really hard. Poke1 was kind of a similar story. Poke1, I do think is a good game, but Poke1 got super fucked by DDoSes around its release. And it kind of just lost a lot of hype from that and other certain things. True and real missed, yeah. I've tried almost every Pokemon MMO out there, for sure. Yeah, 0 updates. Yeah, Poke1 is unfortunately kind of, yeah. And even then, I still think it's a better game, like the game than Pro, in my opinion. My top 3 Pokemon MMOs are like, PokeMMO is like so much better than every other Pokemon MMO. It's kind of not even fair, in my personal opinion. Second place would probably be Poke1, but it would be Pokeforce if, what's it called? But Pro is 9, Generation 9 Pokemon Mega Evolution. That's cool. For me personally, I don't care about more content. I care about balanced content and the content in the game actually like having the quality, right? I don't feel like Pro is a balanced or like well put together Pokemon MMO. If you really care about that, or like you want to play it like, once again, more power to you. I don't care about just having Gen 9 Pokemon or Mega Evos just to have them. I want them to actually be balanced in my game. Same with legendaries. Is the reason why PokeMMO didn't have legendaries for a long time, because they're not balanced around an MMO format or balanced around PVM systems or an economy. A Pokemon MMO is notoriously like really, really hard to balance. It's not a game that really fits well to it to some extent, balance wise. It fits very well playing wise. It feels very good. But yeah, I'm not one who, yeah, but a lot of, yeah, it's whatever you enjoy, man, whatever you enjoy. If someone told me, hey, I think Pro is my favorite Pokemon MMO, I'd be like, dude, that's super fair. To each their own. I understand. I get it. I get why that could be a take. It's not my take, but 20 encounters. I like the call, the guesstimate. Pokeforce will probably be the second best Pokemon MMO when that releases, but we'll have to see. It's not even out yet, so that's a little ambitious, right? Yeah, good one, Elo. But in terms of like the Pokemon MMOs that are released, I would say PokeMMO is like by far the best. I would say Poke1 is the second best, and then I would say PBO or Pokemon Blaze Online is a really interesting like niche third that serves a purpose. In my opinion, I don't see a reason to play Pro over Poke1. I feel like Poke1's just a better game. But I also haven't played these games in a few years. I'm sure they've developed and improved and changed and, aren't the games that I played so many years ago. I truly just want to play. People always ask like, oh, like if a new Pokemon MMO came out and it was better, would you switch? And my answer is always a resounding yes. Like I really just want to play the best Pokemon MMO. I don't care about ditching the hours and the progress that I have. A good example is I played old school RuneScape and I maxed a main account, which took about 10,000 hours, 8,000 to 1,000 hours. And then I just stopped playing my main account to match an Ultimate Iron Man, and then I was the 74th person in the world to match an Ultimate Iron Man, which took another like 10,000 hours. So I put like 20,000 hours into RuneScape, and nowadays I don't play any RuneScape. Like people always say, "Oh my God, you have so many hours in PokeMMO." Bro, you haven't seen my RuneScape hours. Like I have double the hours in RuneScape compared to PokeMMO, and it's not like a sunken cost thing. I move on. Like if a game is no longer fun for me, I have personal evidence of like I will just move on to whatever game is more fun and better to me and my for me. 6 hurricanes in a row. Did he get the drizzle up? The drizzle will make it, yeah, 100%. Not to, sorry if I said actually. Dude, it's not for everything. It's tough, Harper. I don't even know if it's like it's not like a strength for me. I appreciate like, but it just, I don't know, it's just kind of what I naturally do. Like, I wasn't like, I didn't wake up one day, I was like, I'm gonna quit RuneScape and play PokeMMO. I just all of a sudden stopped logging into RuneScape and was like, I'm enjoying this PokeMMO thing, you know? Like, came back to this game. It just naturally happened, you know? I just didn't worry about it because, like, there's no time you had fun on this earth is no time wasted, you know? Really boring, classic, but true, right? Time you enjoyed on this planet is no time wasted. There's almost like just not such a thing as time wasted. Because even time where you didn't have fun and didn't enjoy things, like, you probably learned a lot from that. Like, if you spend 10 years of your life losing, like, you just can't catch a break, after those 10 years of losing is over, and you can, like, process and reflect and look back at those 10 years, you probably fucking skyrocket as a human. Like, it's really, I don't know, it's kind of impossible to waste time on this earth. It's pretty hard. You're match who I am. I really liked the game mode. It always sound. I truly believe anybody could match an Ultimate Iron Man. It's one of those things, like, it sounds so much harder than it is. I'll be so honest, right? It's like, oh my god, an account with no bank. You're like, that sounds horrible. But then you get used to it. I don't know. You get used to it rather quickly. The human's biggest strength is adaptation. It's like our biggest strength and our biggest weakness, right? Is we adapt very, very quickly, right? Zulrah Bank. Never used Zulrah Bank. Well, actually a little bit maybe. I mostly used Hespori. When Hespori came out, Hespori was really, really, really good. Hespori Bank was insane. That was a big buff for UIMs. I think I maybe Zulrah banked once or twice. I don't think I ever actually did a single Zulrah kill on the UIM. I was not a PVMer very much. I had like 50 Zulrah KC on the main. I never really farmed Zulrah much. That was the shmeem. If I went back to my UM, that might be something I would do, is honestly, dude, because I had a trident, but I didn't have the it'd be kind of good to give. Was it even worth that? That was a whole, I think that was a whole debate I had, was, is it even worth to get a fang for your trident, because then it just costs, it's another consumable that costs scales, yada yada yada. Inferno / Quiver Blorv. I don't even know. Inferno Cape is based. I don't even know what Quiver / Blorva. I'm so boomer, bro. Not Pokemon. Old school RuneScape seems to have added a ton of stuff, which I've heard seems to be good content. I just don't know about it, you know? It sucks. It's crazy. Like, I feel like there was a point where I knew, like, so much. Yeah, I don't know anything about Blood Torva. I stopped playing at by that point, or well before that point. What's up, Hatsuko? That's great. It seems awesome. A lot of people who quit RuneScape, like, I feel like always look back on, like, oh, all this new content. Oh, I bet it sucks. I feel like people get really, like, you know, like, oh, I'm so glad I quit that game. It seems to be good. I just don't know about it. I don't, you know, that's all it is. What's the meme where it's like we fear what we don't understand? Keck W, true. I try not to be that guy because it seems like good content. I just don't know about it. There was a time, it's just funny. There was a time where I feel like I knew so much about RuneScape. Like, it was like, but and now I feel like I know nothing. I feel like I totally forgot, like, everything, dude. What's up, Xanarchy? Don't know Zoroa? Good luck, dude. What's up, Xanarchy? How you doing, man? Okay, Phoenix is playing, huge. It's a good sign for the day. Have you had any phases at Zoroa yet, Hatsuko, or how many phases? Yeah, this is gonna take like one more charm, I think, for sure. So it's gonna end up being about 3.5 hours to EV train and XP train this many Pokemon, which is about what I expected. I expected it to be about. I was hoping it would be 3 hours, but I kind of knew it would take longer. Eat your raids, dude. I was the worst. I was the worst raider. I know I got carried through a raid once. I think it was either on my UIM or on my main for like a diary. Dude, I sucked at it. I never PVM'd. I was not a P. I did some PVM. I really liked Gargoyles. Grotesque Gargoyles was like a beginner to intermediate boss that had some really cool mechanics that I really enjoyed. I really liked Gargoyles. Or Grotesque Guardians, or whatever the fuck it was called, right? That was a cool boss. Abyssal Sire was cool. I did some Abyssal Sire. I did a metric shit ton of Kraken. But that is PVM noob status 101. But I probably have like 8,000 Kraken KC across my 2 accounts. Maybe like 6 to 8K. I did a lot of Kraken KC for fun. Kraken was always just so satisfying. Dude, I love Kraken. It is like calling it a boss is almost insulting. I did a lot of Thermonuclear Devil on my UIM. That was a cool UIM boss because I did this. You would do like you would like go to your house and like you would like you would Ornate pull and use your DDS and like DDS spec it down a few times and like do that a bunch. Base 6 of Zorua. Good luck to you. It's a tough hunt, man. I'm not a huge Zorua. I respect that obviously that hunt, but stalling, studying, dude, I hated school with. I can't imagine. I have so much respect for people who do any like beyond like, you know, extra school. Oh my god, I hated it. I have a lot of respect for people who do that because I could never imagine. Put on the Chaos Elemental 100 of the time. Yeah, fuck. That's one prayer, one defense. That's crazy. Now that's way more impressive doing it. I did. Okay. One of my best PVM accomplishments was 50 Callisto KC on my Ultimate Iron Man. That's pretty. I was pretty proud of that. That was a cool one because that was like a really risky. I was pretty proud of that. 50 Callisto KC on the Ultimate Iron Man. I was very proud of. Public finance. Oh my god, and it's all like finance and oh my goodness, Anarchy. 15 phases. You're cracked, Zom. Good luck to you, man. Crack in old school RuneScape, the boss. Kick W. Kraken's so fun, dude. It's just so chill. There was definitely a time or two where I got to like 10 HP or so. There was definitely a time or two where I almost wiped at Kraken on the UIM out of stupidity. I'll be honest. Thankfully, never wiped the UIM. I got very close a few times. Okay, Zay, come on, Zay. You can't. Okay, what a stretch. What a stretch. Just like your mom. True. Ah. Okay, we're 2.5 hours deep. Today. I appreciate everybody watching, dude. Thank you guys. If you've been enjoying the stream, it means the fucking world. Thank you so much. Just want to say a quick thank you because this stream is just pure grinding. Like this is just pure. Today's been all times 5 hordes, all XP training, all EV training, all pure grind all the time. So I appreciate everybody sticking it out with me. That is the main downside of like this kind of, what's it called? Like money making method for new players. It's pretty mind numbing at times. Ever consider doing Iron Man Kaizo? No. Like, what does Kaizo entail? Like Emerald Kaizo or like a specific other thing? Dude, that's always, yeah. Yes. No. Yeah. It's Bidget. Yeah. Yeah. If you were in a Kraken instance and you died, you wiped. You lost everything. Yeah. Pure grinding with the boys. Sometimes, yeah. That's the shmeem. The grind. Are you gonna, dude? That has been a. I honestly don't know, Zas. That has been something I've thought about over and over and over again, Zas, and I've never come to a conclusion on what I will do. I have no. If a new skill comes to OSRS, I have no idea if I'll remax. I have thought about it. I think part of me really wants to. Because also it gives me a chance to get a higher rank for like a split second on UIM. It wouldn't last. Because people have more total XP. And then also I'd have 2 accounts. I'd have to remax my main account and my U. I can't just remax one account only. That's fucked up. Multiple because I want to try out. ... I'm not a huge fan of ROM hacks personally. I don't like dislike them. They're just not my vibe. I usually just stick to PokeMMO, man. So if you're asking about like ROM hack things, it's just not really what I enjoy personally. One does not simply quit. Oh, yeah, that is. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm sure, dude. I logged on the other day for the first time in like 300 days or longer to like just see my account. Just see, because what I do. So my main account just sits at the Grand Exchange. I did log on and I saw that I bought 2 bonds on my main account for like 4.8 mil. What I do on my main account is I never log in. I'm literally in a free to play world, but I just like put in really low offers for bonds. Like bonds right now are like, I checked and I couldn't, it blows my mind. Bonds are like 15 mil now. They're so fucking expensive. Yeah, you know, yeah. And I bought 2, I had listings that must have been there for like 2 or 3 years. That bought for like 4.8 mil. So easy flipperinos, boys. Or realistically, I'll probably just use the bonds, but yeah. I did actually run decently recently. I did a ton in October for the money making challenge. I did what else? A few things. Hey, I don't have. I mean, I prefer to not get a shiny Tenta, but I don't have one yet. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Well, so far, dude, I get it. I'm not trying to dick on ROM hacks. I'm not trying to say they're bad. It's just not for me, you know. I get it. My Ethan having 1K granite malls in my PK tab, and then they banned gargoyle bots, and then shit. Yo, yes, I remember that. I remember that. Wow. Is it? Yes. That I actually think wait. That's actually so real, Spidget. I remember that. I was still playing then. That was awesome when G malls actually had value. I love the G mall, dude. The please ban me about, yeah. If you thought, yeah. Competition on Dustball. Currently doing a money making challenge, so I will pass for the time being. Climbing boots was a big RuneScape 3 that was a big, like, insane thing, right? I know vaguely about that history. Like, fucked the economy for, like, a decade. Oh, this is a great question. I love when this pops up. I feel like the daycare in PokeMMO is one of the most underutilized tools in the game, including by me. I should have 2 Pokemon being leveled in pretty much every daycare in the region, like all regions at all times. But I gotta work on that at some point. Also, that'd be fun. Someone said, is daycare leveling based off of in-game playtime or IRL? Neither. I'm glad you asked. Daycare leveling in PokeMMO is based off of the total XP you gain within that region. So, for example, right now I'm XP training in Hoenn, right? I think it's 10%. It's like 10 or 20%. Around 10% of the all XP that I gain in the Hoenn region goes to the daycare Pokemon as well. Not like it doesn't take it. It's just like on top. It's like extra free XP, right? That was a great question. The timer is a glorified stopwatch because I'm dumb and don't have a stopwatch anarchy. I just started it at 10 hours, so we've been doing this for 2.5 hours. It's just a stopwatch for how long it takes. I'm trying to calculate a Pokeyen per hour method that I knew would take more than 1 hour. Daycare XP. It's super. People don't talk about it. Yeah. Dude, yes. Spidget. Me and my wife, we were dog sitting yesterday. We took a dog on a walk, and it was super warm. It was so nice, man. I was like, hell yeah. It was weird. I was like, how is it already spring? Like, what? That's all. I mean, I'll take it, man. I love winter. I really do. I feel like February winter, who gives a fuck? It's like, okay, let's, you know, I think of winter as like, the problem is my wife memes on me for this. I think of like October as winter, but it's technically fall, isn't it? But I think of like October to like end of January is winter for me, you know? IMO. I think my seasons just bleed together. I would call February, I would say February through March. Or no, sorry. February through April. February through April is spring. Spring ends in April for the Giga Chads, true and real. And then summer begins in May. True. I'm just making this is the official Patrouski calendar. And then summer is from May until July. The end of July, and then fall starts on August 1st. And then fall is from August 1st until September 1st. Only 2 months, true and real. It's the shortest season. I'm deciding. And then winter is from October until the end of January. And then February, yeah, we're back around, yeah. True. Based and true. I'm gonna sneeze, chat, watch out. Duck. Did you dodge? You should have dodged. You should be good. You should be good. Hey, bet, why don't you use Zapdos to discharge? Won't that drop orbs too? So the orb stuff is not that good, number one. You get like 1 orb every hour and a half, so it's like an extra 10k or 15k Pokeyen per hour and a half. And then secondly, if I used Zapdos, I would have to use a Sweet Scent Pokemon. To be fair, it's some XP training. You're kind of not wrong. For EV training, it's better to just use 1 Pokemon, 1 Pikachu with Sweet Scent Discharge. Arguably, I should be doing Zapdos here. That's probably kind of fair. But my cope out of this backseat is that this is actually a beginner money-making method strategy. So I clearly thought about this beforehand, and I'm assuming the new players just don't have Zapdos. I definitely did not think about that. But yeah, so actually, it was actually intended and planned. Yeah, I do think the orbs might also only drop in... I don't know, a specific... I'm not sure if that's true. I actually have no idea. I don't know if that's true. So I was gonna... No, I think they might drop in every region, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I dodged? Okay, thank fuck. XP Reamplifier. This is a great question. How worth is it to get the XP Reamplifier? I have the Pokeyen to buy it, but not to go broke. If buying the XP Reamplifier will make you go broke, I probably wouldn't get it. Unless you love XP training and it's like the main thing you do in the game, right? The XP Reamplifier is nice, but it's like, I wouldn't even worry about the XP Reamplifier at mid game. That's like an end game item. Like 5 XP shares are going to carry you for so long. The 5% bonus XP you get from the Reamplifier is so minimal. It's essentially 1 inventory of Sweet Scents, like per 5 Pokemon you train, which is just not that much. Versus like it's like 250k or whatever or less for like the 5 XP shares versus the XP Reamplifier is like 2 point something mil, right? Now, to be fair, RP is cheap right now, so it's never been a better time to get it. RP is very cheap right now, costing like 2.2 mil for 1,000, right? So it's a good time to get RP for things like that. Honestly, it's a good question, but I would never ever rush to get a Reamplifier. It's definitely like a very hyper end game. It's good, but not amazing. Maybe like late mid game at the best. If you do a ton of XP training, sure. The reason to not evolve Pikachu is for Light Ball. That's mostly it. Which doesn't really matter against a lot of these hordes now, but I mean it kind of does, and it really matters when it's like level 50 Pikachu and you're like leveling it, which it was for a long time. Oh, my XP charm did wear out. Let me... He's over. Is that... Yeah, thank you, Spidget. Yeah. Alrighty. Light Ball is so good. Okay. Oof. Alrighty, my second XP charm did wear out. I do need to use one more. I think I might need another full XP charm. It's gonna be close, but this will for sure be the last one. It's gonna be a little close, I think, but I should have plenty of time. I'm gonna once again add 46,000 more Pokeyen for the cost of the XP charm. So now we are at around a 300k cost to level 5 to EV train and XP train 5 Pokemon. I'm curious to see. Doing this is really making me realize how good just EV training Pokemon and then selling them off for as comps. Like, I usually am a big advocate of training up Pokemon to level 100 and going for those, selling PVM Pokemon, catching Pokemon, etc. It kind of might be better to just EV train and sell like mediocre comps or sell like comps like the Garchomp and Scyther that we made. So I'm curious to see how these Pokemon goes in terms of sales, because that would have been done. Dude, those Scyther and Garchomps would have been done within 30 minutes, just EV training. Like, EV training is so fast nowadays. You fully EV train 5 Pokemon within 30 to 40 minutes, right? It's so fast. But XP training does take a fair bit of time, pushing about 3 hours or so for the XP training here after this charm is done. Okay, we're so back. What's the end goal? One sec. Training a certain Pokemon, tell me to see how much you did. Basically, training a certain amount of Pokemon, seeing how much Pokeyen I can sell them for. It's testing training Pokemon as a beginner. I've always said I kind of feel like training Pokemon, just EV training, is like so underrated for beginner money making methods. I mean, I'm always open ears to hear options. Fly happy. What panic stole all the Senwoods or something? Oh geez. Oh geez Louise. Why money that is Spidget Metronome Mondays? Yeah, why would you ever need to make Pokeyen in PokeMMO? You could just farm off Spidget. I mean, that is true. I should get on that trend. Make a money make. That's my next loop for 1 hour. Is gambling against Spidget. You always win in the long run. Yo, thank you for the sub, dude. Yo, Offie, what's up, man? 18 months, dude. Thank you for the 18 months of subs, dude. What's up, man? I went from like 1.8 mil to 4. Okay, yo, did you actually wait, hell yeah, Spidget? Do we have a Digimon game similar to this game? I was not a huge Digimon kid, but I wish. I don't think that wait, there was a Digimon MMO. Is that what there was a Digimon MMO for a while, actually. That I tried to play. Digimon Masters, right? There actually was a Digimon MMO for a while. But I think it's Ripperinos. It was on Steam. I think it's gone now. Or is there there's another one that's back or something like that? Let's see. There was a Digimon MMO that got shut down. There was one for a while. Isn't Donphan better XP spot? Yes, but this is a beginner money-making method challenge / test for a video. So I'm assuming beginners won't have access to a complete Pokedex and have the Donphan spot. Yo, what's up, Chow? I thought Origin Unova. Dude, fucking hell yeah, man. Welcome back, dude. I keep having winning Mondays. Okay. Wait, Spidget actually on the win streak? It was like 3D. It was kind of like Ragnarok Online, if I recall correctly, the Digimon MMO. Like art style wise, I believe. It might be, man, I do have to start. I have to do something. I probably have to stop responding to backseats. I think that's something that I need to work on as a streamer, is just not reply to backseats. And just give them. I probably just need to, like, yeah, because it's. I think we've forgotten, especially MMO players, we've forgotten that, like, the point at all times of playing a video game isn't to be doing the most efficient, hyper optimized thing possible. And I feel like we've kind of forgotten that, and I feel like we let people get away with too much backseating because that might be the goal for them, and they push on other. But like we gotta just chill and grind, boys. We at some point we gotta, like, it's fun to some extent to discuss it, but no, it's okay. It's not. You're like the, you know, straw that broke the camel's back. You're fine. I know you're trying to be helpful. It's just like I mean I can respond to it. I think it should be. It might be a little slower. I think you're right. I think I'm used to reamplifier. The reamplifier, it's worth to get the bonus or whatever, but I think you're right. I think it is slower for doing 3 times like this or whatever. But I'm just not worried about it, I guess. It's just going to be negligibly, like, slower. Dance for me, streamer, dance. Win road to 1 billion. I kind of have that. I have a, like, how to become a billionaire or something like that in PokeMMO. I don't think it's even, I don't think that's even being grumpy. I think it's just like, there's a certain type of, and I understand, it's very encouraged on the internet. There's certain people, and this is obviously not everybody who ever leaves a backseat, you know, some backseat comments are fine. Sometimes I forget things, sometimes I fuck up, you know? But some people watch online content with the sole purpose of correcting it. And you really start to notice who those people are. And it's like, come on, man. Like, it's okay to, like, it's okay to want to improve stuff, but like, you're not always, not everything needs to be hyper optimized. You don't always need to tell people what to do. You don't always need to, like, critique. You know, sometimes it's just about enjoying life, having fun, clicking tentacles. Not everything's about efficiency, for sure. I think people kind of forget that. It's very like internet, and I get it. You kind of, it's easy to dehumanize or lose the human element, and everything becomes a min-max. We get too min-maxy, myself included. It's a problem that I'm not trying to say like, oh yeah, like it's a problem that I encounter, you know? I think I attract that audience. It's something that I do a fair bit. A lot of my videos are efficiency focused. A lot of my videos are tip focused. A lot of my content and videos are focused on being better and getting better. So like, it's really like I'm attracting what I put out, you know, like it's not, and I've got to maybe I got to change a little bit in that regard, right? Okay, I'm being pretty, dude, if I got backseated in PvP, I would crash out so hard, Spidget. PvP backseating is genuinely the worst, because it's like, so dumb for a million. Number one, the turn is over. Number two, you might be wrong. Number three, there's a million things to factor in. Number four, there's more game to play, so let them focus. It would be like if someone like could call Tom Brady in the middle of an NFL game and be like, hey man, why did you pass to fucking you know, Julian Edelman? Fucking Randy Moss is always open, bro. Keck W. Like, holy shit. Like, yeah, it's PvP backseating is, yeah, I swear this one guy wrote, told you in my yeah, that's, oh my goodness, dude. PvP backseating is next level. If someone backseats me while I'm like grinding or whatever, it's fine, because it's like, you know, we're all you know, it's not known as bad to me. It's not as pressured, it's not as whatever. If someone PvP backseated me, I would like insta time them out. Like that would, oh my god, it would kill. It's just so bad for so many reasons. It's just not good etiquette, you know? It's just not good social skills, honestly. It's pretty, you know. If someone was like, now it depends. If someone's stream title was like, hey, I'm learning PvP, come help me or some shit, then you know what? Maybe you could be like, hey, like, I think this play personally was a mistake because of this and this, and here's why. You know, there's time and a place. Look at I'm playing, yeah. And I understand, because like sometimes other than backseating, what kind of comments do you leave, you know? No, once again, sorry, Fly Happy, you're not. I don't want you to feel like the target of this whole discussion. You're totally fine. You were just like the 100th piece of straw on the camel. There was 99 people before. You're fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Please don't worry about it. I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel stressed or targeted. It's not you specifically. You were not egregious in any way. It was yeah. Sorry. This is a good point. I often do this thing on stream where someone says something and I take what they say and I use it to talk about a broader issue, but that can make people feel targeted. That makes people feel like I'm talking about them when I genuinely don't like mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I try to verbalize as clearly as possible, but it's tough. Mount Silver. Yeah, and that's it's not even, once again, it's not even a bad question, but it's kind of like just what, you know, if I ever watch a stream and I see someone doing a certain thing, I usually just assume there's a reason. I usually just assume, I'm just not gonna ask or worry about it, right? Or you could ask, like, hey, you know, and but again, most of the people who ask, they're just curious. They're not really doing anything super wrong. 7 hours left. That's not what that means, but what's up, Tom? Not quite what that entails. 7 hours to go. Wahoo. Wahoo. Let's see. Why does this feel so slow still? Why does it feel like it's taking so long? Maybe I should swap to the 7 hours till shine. True, that's what the timer is. Yo, that's actually kind of real. It's timer until shiny. Actually kind of true. If I wanted to make even more profit per hour, something I could have done here. That's a good talking point. Let me pause my music for a quick sec. Now, something I could have done here if I wanted to make even more profit per hour, I could have actually used a Pokemon that is leveling in the lead slot. So whenever you're XP training like this, it's really easy to not know this or forget this, but whenever you're XP training like this, when your lead mon is level 100, you're actually losing out on 50% of your XP, which is kind of brutal, but it's just kind of how it works. I could maybe take one of these Smeargles and give them like discharge or something like that and gain some extra XP, but we're almost done, so I'm not going to worry about it. But if I truly wanted to like min-max or maximize my profit even more, something you guys could do as the viewers, you could pick up like a level 50 Pikachu, and it should do enough damage with Light Ball and like decent enough stats to still kill the Tentacruels, but essentially level your discharge Pokemon or level these Pokemon along the way, or have something in the lead. For example, that Gabite, that Garchomp that I turned into a comp, if I was trying to make a level 100 Garchomp to sell as a PVM Pokemon, something like that, I could have given it Earthquake and I could have Earthquaked these Tentacruels and gained XP on the Garchomp passively as well. So keeping stuff like that in mind, you know, your lead Pokemon, making sure to get those levels on that is really relevant. I don't want to worry about that during this video for simplification purposes, but I wanted to mention it for those who want to min-max like that. Don't stress about it if you don't want to min-max like that, because it kind of is a lot to keep up on, to constantly find a new Pokemon and constantly buy a new Pokemon that needs to be leveled like that. But if you want to min-max, the option is there. Oh, yeah, having like constant, it's yeah. For a long time I try to like constantly have for a while I stocked up on like budget discharge mons. Yo, what's up, Rumel? Good morning, good morning. This is 100% XP charm, yeah. It definitely comes down to price checking experience and like game knowledge. That's hard to, I can try to give you a specific quick answer, maybe J-Scrub, but it's tough, man, to be honest, yeah. To point you in the right direction, like you can find out what PvP Pokemon are good via PvP statistics, so that's something. But like PVM Pokemon, like that comes down to game knowledge and watching videos and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm always open to ideas and stuff like that, Fly Happy. Yes, please. Is Zapdos in the same spot? Yeah, someone, we've talked about that, Rumel. I probably should have, yeah. So I didn't do it because with EV training, I kind of forget about Zapdos. With EV training, the problem is usually when I'm XP training, I'm usually using Reamplifier. And with Reamplifier, it's best to have like your party full of Pokemon that you're XP training. But since I'm not using Reamplifier, it would have been better to use Zapdos. But my copium argument, so this is not, I did not plan for this, Rumel. My copium argument is, actually, since this is a guide for beginners, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they actually don't own a Zapdos. So I actually correctly thought about that ahead of time and definitely factored that in. Yeah, I did not do that, but that's my copium. Synchronize does work with hordes. Yes, you're so smart. No, someone brought that up earlier, and I did not factor that in. I did definitely I'm used to using Reamplifier, but I'm using SP shares specifically for this method because it's a beginner guide. There's a lot of things that Uptown funk you up with that, pretty much. TLDR. How are these getting so freaking little XP, bro? Level faster. I don't have Zapdos. No, I mean, that's fair. How many pressure questions did you receive in a stream? Dude, that's a good question. Oh, man. Probably 5 to 10. Probably 5 to 10 per stream. And that's like with constantly telling people, hey, I don't do price checks. I'm sorry. Price checking's complicated. It's hard. I get it. Is PokeMMO better than it was until... I think so, for sure. 2023 was like the best year, in my opinion, in terms of PokeMMO updates, like in 1 year. Not the best point for the game, but like it was really good. But it was also like the most updates we ever saw in 1 year. 2023 was great, but yeah, I think PokeMMO is pretty much, since 2021, I think PokeMMO has pretty much consistently gone up and improved. And we're getting gifted subs from Mew, bro. Thank you. Over to A. Also, 2 very deserving recipients, Abed and Pseudo. Did you like manually pick them? Because it's like 2 of the best like dedicated chatters you could have picked. Yo, thank you so much, Mew. Back to yo, what's up, Cat Bongo? Lead Alpha Breloom with Bulldoze. Ooh, Breloom's kind of a cool one because, yeah, it does take so long to XP train. It's kind of based. I like that. I like that. It's a slow one to XP train passively, which is good. It's kind of what you want. I arguably could, maybe I need to, like, make a new price checking guide or do a little expansion for my previous price checking guide. Good evening from the side of a mountain, bro. What's up, man? Dog trade? Hell yeah, Clarko. Much love to you, man. By the way, Pack, you check how much my house is worth trying to post it on GTL? Yeah, what's the... Yeah, it's worth 10K, but only if you sell it to me, okay? True and real. Yo, why was that one drop of monster was kind of banger. The can's empty and I got 1 drop out of it. Why was that more flavorful than the rest of the can? That was a bomb drop. Is that just caffeine addiction? Like, oh wow, that 1 drop of liquid was so good. Is that fuck? And a shiny tentacruel. Hey, chill. That's RMT, bro. You cannot trade. No, guys, no RMT. You cannot trade a shiny tentacruel for a house, okay? I'm sorry. You can't do it. That was a really close, real trade that almost went through. True and real. Don't break the rules. It kind of did, dude. Yo, what's up, Tiago? And picked him? Dude, that's so wholesome, you. What the hell? That's like way more. That's like way sweet. Look at the one that was self. Yeah, that's true. Ludicolo is good. I just like Pikachu. Check W. Oh, should we see in the Pokemon forum with those RMT? No. Anything. So anything on the forums inherently is allowed, right? That is a weird rule break. I talked about that I do love this question. Someone said, hey, like the art shops in the PokeMMO forums, are those technically RMT question mark? Like, anything on the forums is obviously not breaking of game rules. Pretty much all forum posts have to be like approved by the devs to some extent, or the staff or whatever. They get like taken down within the day or whatever if they're breaking any rules, right? So like any art shops, raffles, things like that, they're always going to usually be like people always say like, oh, is this mod on the PokeMMO forums safe? That's one where like the staff check all of the mods before uploading them for the public, right? That's a safety thing. But the art shops, I talked about this in a fair bit of detail in my 63 money making methods in PokeMMO video, which I recommend checking out if you haven't seen it. It's a great video. Put a lot of time into it, but it's a weird exception. But I think it's a really cool one. The PokeMMO staff do allow people to sell PokeMMO related artwork that would be used in the game or in the community generally or whatever. You can do that. You can sell PokeMMO like IRL artwork for Pokeyen. It's kind of a weird one, but it's a weird stipulation, but you can. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that someone who has like an artistic talent IRL can earn money in the game via that. I think it's honestly just a cool thing. And it's cool that people like myself, I use in the past, can buy like forum signatures or like certain things like you can buy with. I think it's kind of cool with Pokeyen. I think it's neat. So it's a weird gray area that if they didn't like explicitly allow it, it would obviously be against rules, but they explicitly allow it, which is kind of interesting. Yo, Karazazum? Sorry if I butchered the name, you can yell at me all day. Thank you for the Twitch Prime, man. Hope the videos have been helpful enough to warrant that above and beyond support, dude. Thank you so much. You can whisper it to me. Yeah, my DMs are open. You can whisper it to me, Fly Happy. Or screenshot or something like that, sorry. Gen 4 music. Okay, we should be able to get. It's only 800k XP, so we should be able to get level 100 on all these before the end of the hour. This one's gonna be a little closer. Not mine. Yeah. It's gonna be a screenshot on Discord or something like that, or in Twitch chat's fine. Can Imgur. Dude, honored to hear it, Kara. Kara. Sorry, I butchered. Zozum. Honored to hear it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. I couldn't make the videos without people like you watching. I'm just lucky people find it helpful. Ooh, I've never seen someone talk about this, but that is, yeah, Shalfa raid boss reward Stoutland. I'll show this on stream if that's okay. That's pretty damn beautiful, man. Dude, this is very, very cool. I haven't seen anybody else link this. I've never seen this. This is a Shalfa, a raid reward Shalfa Stoutland. Someone said this is my favorite looking Shalfa. I have not seen anybody bring up Shalfa Stoutland. That is an underrated Shalfa pick, number one. And number two, it's way cooler that it's from a raid. I'm glad he hasn't bred it or anything like that. So I think keeping the Met date, like Met as a faithful encounter from a raid, is so much more worth, in my personal opinion. So much more worth than breeding it up for better IVs. That is a really, really cool, unique Shalfa. That is pretty sick. That is a cool one. Put it in a cherish ball. You could change the ball. That's fair. What do you have it in? A Pokeball. A Pokeball is weak sauce. He should have that in a Premier Ball, Cherish Ball, Luxury Ball. He should do something. That Pokeball is weak sauce. That's kind of fair. One sec, check on this clip. Is this video?
Now, something I could have done here if I wanted to make even more profit.
Yeah, that it is for, okay. This goes here. What is this clip?
I do love this question.
Okay, cringe. Okay, that clip's cringe. That clip's cringe. That clip's cringe. Okay, perfect. Drag all the cringe clips to the stream recap. True and real. This is essentially my artistic process for making stream recaps. All the cringe clips go in them. Yeah, yes, it's the yellow Alan with the yellow mustache. Yeah, you got into the mustard stash, mustard dog. That's kind of a good mustard dog is a banger meme. With an alpha Pikachu, dude. Alpha Pikachu pops off, man. It's a good Pokemon. Dude, hey, can't chat because I'm busy playing with doggos. Best excuse to not be active in Twitch chat I've ever seen. Butter dog. Okay, butter dog reference is crazy. Bro, my brain is going numb a little. My brain is going a little numb from this much horde training. It's not the most fun thing in the world to do. I would not recommend doing this for more than like 5 hours a day. Even that's a lot. I've been doing it for like 3. And the brain is getting numbed as we speak. No, it's not. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying butter dog, like the counterpart to mustard dog. Wait. Okay, fuck. Now I'm actually. It's definitely mustard dog, not butter dog. Do you think this is more the color of butter or more the color of mustard? It's pretty. Maybe like an expensive butter that's a little richer would be more this color. That might be kind of true. I don't buy bougie butter. Maybe it's a bougie butter dog or dollar store mustard dog. Mustard? I'm on team mustard dog for sure. Butter dog is also already a person, already a dog. There's already a butter dog. Can't confirm all those countless brain cells from horde battles. Yeah, I don't know why hoarding and battling is more brain cells lost than hoarding and running, like shiny hunting. The strings nerf didn't really affect leveling too much from my experience, J Strub. I feel like a lot of we talked about this earlier in stream. A lot of the string nerf stuff is like super overblown. It's pretty similar. And also, so what happened was people who get upset about strings nerfs are a little funny to me. It's okay to have, there is good critique and good discussion, but it almost never happens. What happens is like there are players who are like, fuck man, like Jimmy runs are ruined, like is it even worth to do Jimmy runs anymore? And it's like, my brother and Arceus, you lost 2 gyms per hour. So what happened is over the last 3 years, okay, 3 years ago people were doing about 24 to like 27 gyms in an hour. That was like the world record. Okay, 4 years ago, right? That was like peak. And then as custom strings got better and buffs happened, it went from like 24 gyms in an hour to 27 to 28 to 20. The 30 barrier was a big one, to then like 32 gyms in an hour, then 34. Then the world record was like 37, 38 gyms in 1 hour. And then string nerfs came out, and now the best you can do is like 35 in an hour. And everybody's like literally unplayable. The game is ruined. And it's like, bro, we saw like 4 years of buffs in a row, and then you get one nerf, and you're like, oh, my life sucks. And it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, it's so frustrating. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's so funny to me. Like, come on, man. Just tell me you're, yeah. Morimoto. Like, there is a legit discussion there. That is a pretty big cut, Menace. I'm with you. And there's a discussion about like should the devs speed it back up a little bit? Did they purposefully nerf it for the economy? Like, was inflation becoming an issue? Like, there's a lot of good discussion to be had, but I don't like that a lot of people boil it down to like, oh, gym reruns suck now, Keck W, yada yada yada. Well, strings are kind of removed, not fully, but yeah, that's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to get rid of strings. They're trying to standardize, which is something I predicted like 2 years ago. I talked about this will probably happen because it's not good for a game to rely on a custom third-party thing like that to speed the game up. That's really, really weird. Yeah. This is almost level 100. That's nice. Like the real argument is like if you were able to do 25 gyms without strings, but you could do like 38 with strings, and they just removed strings and didn't even give us instant speed or didn't give us any of the other buffs they did, that would be fine. Custom strings were like not an intended thing like for years, you know? Now they became the pace of the game, and it kind of became a little balanced around it, but which is important to talk about. But I don't know, man. It's a tough thing. Something I've come to realize as a content creator is that, or just as, no, it's not even that. I'm sorry. As a video game player for the past 20 years, the average player fucking hates nerfs no matter what. Like, it could be, hey, this thing is fucking broken, we're gonna nerf it. Fucking what the hell? Wow! Like, dude, it's people go crazy. People only want buffs. It's really, really weird. It's like in people's minds, it's like buff equal good, nerf equal bad, which is not at all what that means, right? A good one is the netball nerf, right? Like the netball nerf was, the netballs were really broken. They were overpowered. They were hurting the economy. They were making it so newer players were making less Pokeyen per hour. But people saw like, oh, it's easier to catch Pokemon because it raises the catch rate so much. Therefore, it must be a good thing. Like, no, dude, like it affects all these other fucking things. Like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Because that's a good question, Croc or Crook. Sorry. This I'm doing a short challenge / like test for a beginner money making method, so I'm sticking to certain restrictions. There's a really good, if the argument is like, oh, hey, you know, I think the removal of strings is overall a good thing, but I think the speed cut that they gave to Jimmy runs is a little too much. I would like to see them, you know, adjust that within the game. Like, there's a lot of really good discussion to be had. There really, really is. But unfortunately, we're on the internet, Keck W. I feel like people are really, really incapable of handling proper discussion, sadly. Not to be too cynical, but people are so fucking bad about taking their feelings and being like, okay, let me like logically check this. Let me like, unless they're like really, really like serious players, you know. There's an alpha, it's huge. Install, yes. Custom strings were really fucking, yeah. It's down being. If you told anyone who plays any other online game, oh yeah, you can download this mod and it just makes everything, and it makes everything faster, they'd be like, is that cheating? Like, what the fuck? Like, that sounds like a hack, bro. Like, that's, you shouldn't be able to download something and make your game faster. That's like the most obvious like rule zero. Like, that's not healthy for online games. Okay, we're getting there, bro. Almost. We're gonna finish soon. Huge. Okay. I understand. I mean, that's like every video game. Once again, there's an argument. There's good arguments, but things of like, I hate how much time is wasted on needless lines of text. I mean, that's every single game to ever exist, though. Like, whenever you talk to I think you're removing friction that doesn't need to be. It's too much. It doesn't need to be removed, right? Like, that's like removing dialogue when talking to like a Skyrim merchant, right? Like, that's too far. It's fine to have that, you know. It's fine for something to be a little bit longer to have that, in my opinion. Tired and Todd outside. What's up, Flash? I was surprised people were actually. It's always people. I see a lot of people who And I don't understand it. I don't know. As someone who has been new to other things, I don't get it. Because, like, when I'm newer to something, I understand that I don't know the history. I have the awareness. So I don't, like, develop very strong opinions or, like, have an ego about it, right? But if like, there were so many players who had played PokeMMO for less than a year who were adamant that the netball nerf was ridiculous and, like, broken and bad, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't realize that netball was buffed a year earlier, and that's why it was broken. They didn't know, but so many players didn't see the netball buff, right? So they just assumed that it's always like it's just this. Yeah, it's which is, I don't understand why you can't. I don't know. It's frustrating. For the content, because it's also okay. Like, no matter if you get a shiny, it doesn't really affect your rate. You know, mentally it would be a little wonky, but I also don't have a shiny Tenta. It's okay. 55k dry just also isn't that crazy for the most part. Like, if I was like 80k dry, it's a little different, but yeah, don't worry. We all know Pat doesn't get shinies. That is true. That is true. Another fair point. Another good point by a Twitch chatter. No reason to worry. I simply won't get a shiny. What games I started following as you were playing Dress to Impress? Wait, if that's true, that's the best thing I've heard all year. I can't believe you might be looking. Wait, this is the best. I hope this is real. That's the most amazing. So I play PokeMMO. Thank you for following for Justice, because that's amazing. It's a good shmeme. I am not a variety streamer. I pretty much almost only stream this game, which is called PokeMMO. I'm really sorry if you followed for Dress to Impress. I love DTI. It's a really fun game. It's really fun to play with the wife. Great partner game. I'm trolling. Okay, I saw the name Jade Ray, and I wanted to take it seriously just in case. Never mind. I'm also here from Dress to Impress. Okay, I'm also here from fucking slobbing your mom's knob. Okay, so shut up. Well, vice versa, but shut up. Anyways, almost done, boys. We're almost there. It's been a long, grindy journey. Did you give up on Dress to Impress? Stop. Why are you guys so good at baiting me? I need water, dude. Oh, I'm so cooked. I hate that you know all my buttons to push. That's so genius. He usually imprays it. True. Did you give up on? I thought you were gonna go for Runway Queen, bro. You were only an aspiring model. Get your rank up. True. Actually real, dude. Too many sweats in DTI, dude. I'll be so real. It's the people. I don't mind the sweat. It's the people who, like, don't give people high ratings ever. I think the cringiest, I actually feel like it's like a litmus test of good and not good and bad people, but like, I feel like how you rate people in DTI, it's similar to, what's it called? It's similar to, like, if you put the grocery cart back after grocery shopping, right? If your, like, average rating for an outfit is a 2-star in DTI, you might just have the hater gene in your blood. Like, you might be cooked. Like, you're just hating at that point, you know? Do I need to take XP share off these to, like, not drain the XP? I think I might have to, actually. I didn't realize that. I should have taken it off the one then. The grocery cart test? Yes. The ultimate morality test. I don't even know how it is a test. Like, I feel like that's the easiest fucking thing in the world. Most grocery stores also literally have, like, cart retrieval systems next to all the parking spots. I usually will take it all the way back to the front of the store because it's, I don't know, it's just easier / like I like the walk. I feel like the grocery cart test is too easy. We need a new morality test. The grocery cart test is it's kind of a meme. It's like the most simplified way to find good and bad people. People who leave their don't put their grocery carts back in like, don't return them. It's like a meme. Like, those are the fucking bottom of the earth. You're different kind of cards. It gets taken a step further. Do you push the card in the correct coral, or do you put the... Ooh, that is an interest. That is tough. That depends. You know, so bad. Cart narcs? No, I have not. Drives me nuts. How many like YouTube videos do we have to see of like a really windy day, like taking a cart that hasn't been, and like fucking railing an old lady? There's actually like so many videos of this on YouTube. Like, it happens all the time. We're finished, boys. Wasn't even focused or noticing. We did it, dude. We're done. Okay, 20 minutes left on the XP charm, so we're gonna waste that time, but that's okay. Took us 3 hours and 20 minutes to fully XP train 3 level 100 Smeargles, and then EV train the 2 other Pokemon we did. Our total cost for this grind, we're gonna just stop the timer. We know how long it was 3 hours and 20 minutes. We're gonna say, 288,000 was our initial cost. Let's get our sales going up and see how much profit we'll make. Oof. I've never seen cart darts. I have no idea what that is. Okay. The first one is Smeargles. Are they 25 plus or only 20 plus? Mostly 20 plus. Okay. YouTube cart narcs. How does everybody know what this is? I've never have heard of this. Yeah, one sec. What the fuck? Huh? Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I'm also just gonna, for simplification purposes, say that our cost is gonna be around. Well, it's gonna be more than this actually. So let's. Okay. So first things first, our Smeargles, right? They're not gonna be worth this. They should be a little bit, fair bit under than this. I'm probably gonna go like 250k on them. I think that is a good price that people will actually buy them for. That will also make them sell like very. I think they'll sell very quickly at that price. Arguably 260k is what I should go. Maybe I do that. I think 260k is very... Let's do that. Let's do 260. It's going to be a 13k listing fee. So we're going to sell these 3 all for the same price. I think I copy pasted it correctly. Let's see. Nope, not quite. So we're going to sell all those 3 for that same price. It's going to be 13k, 26k, 39k added to our listing fee cost. So 327k. So 327k is our total cost right now. And we're selling them each for 260k times 3. So that's 780k expected. I'm going to write down the 327k number somewhere. And we're going to keep going. So now I have the Garchomp and the Scyther to sell. The Scyther, I'm going to have to check the market and see whether it's worth to evolve or not first. I genuinely don't know. Let's just go for our Garchomp. Our Garchomp, let's reset everything, obviously, over on the GTL. Let's clear the name. Let's do 20 plus, 20 plus, 20 plus, 20 plus, and then do... We won't worry about nature for a quick sec. We'll do Garchomp like this. We'll do level 50. Sorry, Garchomp like this. 50 gets cheapest, we can do better. Bold is not good. Sassy's not... Well, Sassy's not bad. Ooh, this might be a tough sell, but it's not EV trained. What if we go check... Thankfully, we can now actually search EVs, which is super nice. Cheapest is 250k, but that's so overpriced. So ours is not worth that much. I'm going to guess that this Chomp is worth like 100k, maybe 150. I think 150 is kind of... That might take a bit. I think 150 is reasonable, but a little high. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to calc this as plus 142k after the... listing fee, so we're going to factor that into our profit. Or I think one of our Smeargles already insta-sold, by the way. Important thing to talk about. Next up is the Scyther. I'm going to do a little bit of checking off camera whether it's worth or not to evolve or not. And we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. This is Scyther. Never, Diego. You know the drill. But what's up, dude? How you doing today? Happy to see you, man. Scyther, Scizor. Dude, how are there no options? One speed. There's just nothing comparable. It's so crazy, actually. I think it's, let's see, Aether. I don't know. I think I'm going to, okay. Okay, I think I'm going to not evolve the Scyther, but it's obviously not worth this much. It's 20 plus, 31 speeds relevant, lonely nature, so not ill nature. It's going to be closer to this price, but keep in mind, this has adamant nature, which is better nature, as well as, what's it called? 31 attack, right? So there's a few things that are better here. I'm going to significantly lower the price on my Scyther comparatively. I'd probably go 180k, 160, 180 is my guess here. Maybe 150 as well. I think it's worth a little bit more than the Garchomp for sure. I would say 180 is fair. It would definitely sell for 160. It's going to end up being around 160k after 170k, sorry, after listing fee. So we'll do plus 170k. So right now, we spent 3 hours and 20 minutes doing this, guys. Moment of truth. How much Pokeyen did we make? 1,092k was our revenue. We're going to subtract 327k, which will give us our profit of 765,000 divided by a little more than 3 hours. It's not as good as I thought, but it's still pretty good. Also, it's just like very accessible. So yeah, like anybody can do this. You can also make more money once again by min-maxing in other ways. If you're XP trading in the way that I was doing without re-amplifier, if you're a newer player, I'm assuming you don't have XP re-amplifier. You could use Zapdos and get some extra orbs. I would safely call this anywhere from like a 200 to 250k. Definitely like 230k, 220k plus Pokeyen per hour. You could spend more time searching for better better deals on Pokemon, unlike I did. I wanted to do it very quickly. Definitely a very good, I don't know if I would say the best, it's also very brain dead, but a very, very good, arguably the best, a very, very, very good beginner money making method. The fact that it's just so accessible, this was all done within one region, with not too much of an upstarting Pokeyen need. Like you probably like a few regions done for the Pokeyen, or a couple 100k, but really good money. I always try to call out to new players that training is just one of the best like grunt work things you can do and just make a ton of Pokeyen. And it's a good way to start building up some capital. So hopefully this gave you some ideas. Hopefully it helped you make some Pokeyen. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was good background content. Like the video if you did enjoy it. It took me a long time to make, honestly, just for all the grinding, all the testing. Dislike if you didn't enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if it's been helpful to you enough and you can afford it, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo is super, super appreciated. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace, Reno. Stream is not quite ending yet, but it might end soon. Stream is not quite ending yet. Also, I've been live for 4 hours. Suck my fucking nads, Tom. Also, but we're not quite done yet. True, 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 true. It's just the end of the video. Get him. Get Tom. Okay. Oh, we breathe. We breathe, chat. I am starving. God, I'm hungry. Overworking. We're almost at the overwork. True.
Alrighty. I'm also just...
This was the end of the thing, right?
We're finished, boy.
Okay. God, cringe. We're finished. Okay. I need like a stretch break. I'm starving. Yeah. Yeah, Elite 4 reruns are great Pokeyen per hour if you can do them. They're just very high effort, very high end, and quite difficult is what I would say. And the barrier to entry is very high. But they're good, yeah. From my understanding. I have 5 OTs, 1 before the middle bank, 4 regions completed. My team kind of fell apart, so it's not what should I do? If you're looking for motivation or goals in PokeMMO, my biggest thing that I'd recommend is my video called 63 Things to Do. I think 63 Things to Do in PokeMMO is the best way to get some ideas, get the brainstorming flowing. Yo, what's up, Tatum? I'm doing good, man. I've just finished a big grind. What's up, dude? Oh, I'm pretty tired. You know what? Chat, I lied to you. You know what, fellas? I think I am gonna call it here today. A 4-hour stream, kind of shorter, but you know, it's okay. Hopefully, we did the training, like the XP training, the grinding just destroyed my brain. I feel like it's kind of mush, and I feel like taking a little bit, you know, of a shorter break day today would be kind of nice. I'm gonna go play some Minecraft. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. Good questions today from chat. Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the YouTube for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch on stream. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, you can do so via YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for enjoying. Thanks for playing the game that I love so much. And have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Have fun on Minecraft. Yeah, I kind of need a break day today, which I feel so... Yeah, things have just been up and down, and I feel like I need a little more stability, and I'm struggling to get that, so I'm going to try that. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go dig a big hole.